Alright, we're on live, so welcome back for more Fate Go, since they had released for Lostbelt 1, Anastasia, and I just skipped over the story on my main account. So for this time, I'm going to read it, see what was happening on my alternate account. So if you guys don't want to know, if you're just playing in the beginning, like part 1, whoever that singularities, then I highly recommend you just click away this video. Otherwise, you don't want to whatchamacallit, then just stick around and watch this video and enjoy what's happening in the story while I'm live streaming. Anyway, let's get into it and jump right into Lostbelt number 1, Anastasia, Permafrost Empire. Here we go. And so, our history came to an end. It's been 90 days since the invasion from space began. In that time, the entire planet has been wiped clean. We've been fighting back for 3 months. 3 long, arduous months. Every single attempt ended in failure. Of course they did. We had all kinds of security measures in place to deal with other countries, but we were completely unprepared for an invasion from outer space. The United States fought hard to the last man, but even so, they only lasted a matter of days. With no other options left to them, all the few remaining humans could do was stand by and stare around, dumbfounded, at the endless stretch of nothingness. Everyone resigned themselves to the fact that each passing day could well and truly be their last. But not me. I just couldn't let it end like this. So I turned my back on the campsite and walked away like a petulant child, casting a deaf ear to the people offering up their final prayers. Before me, I saw a vast wasteland of endless white. Any trace of humanity had been erased. We no longer have any hope for survival, let alone of turning the tide. Nothing we tried had even the slightest effect. In this wasteland, I searched through old records like a raccoon pawing through garbage. I managed to find an old motorcycle with barely enough fuel for a one-way trip and began riding across the blinding white wasteland. It's just, nothing about this makes sense. There are so many unanswered questions. If I'm going to die, I at least want to know why. I can accept an alien invasion. I can even accept the end of the world. But I can't accept not knowing why they invaded us or how. The invasion lasted a good 90 days. There must have been some sign leading up to it. Someone must have seen this coming. Or maybe someone knew this was coming and decided to let it happen. How did the invaders first make their way to Earth to begin with? Someone needs to figure at least that much out, or humanity will never be able to rest in peace. So I'll keep exploring until I find a lead. Some sort of clue that could lead me to the answer I seek. This recording might just be me talking to myself, but still, there's every chance that this is the last document remaining on Earth. My name is David Blue Book. I'm an oddball setting off on the last trip of his life, searching for an answer in a world where I'll be lucky to see tomorrow. What the hell? Researcher's Log, 2018. 18 hours have passed since the events we observed in New Mexico. At last, Subject E has been relocated to this base. Honestly, I can barely contain my excitement. This is the biggest thing to happen since the Roswell UFO incident in 1947. I have no idea how I ended up making an emergency landing on this planet, and I don't care. What I do know is that our visitor is at death's door and needs our help if it's going to survive. I also know that it is an intelligent life form, and it's nothing like us humans. Its form beggars belief. Thank goodness for the boundless capacity of the human imagination. This visitor from a distant world looks exactly like the sort of thing one would see in a horror movie. My orders are to perform surgery on this new friend from beyond the stars to save its life, and hopefully establish communication. I'm literally trembling with excitement. My entire staff and I are eager to begin our work. This will be a difficult operation, but we will save it. This will be, by far, the most fulfilling work I've ever done. How could I not see that it succeeds? My only regret is that I won't be able to share these discoveries with the outside world. This project is as classified as they come, and who knows if it will ever be disclosed to the public. Until then, we must continue to nurse it back to health in secret, here in this underground facility. It is here that I must study this strange new life form. These tree roots come to life. Okay. Go along? Okay. Unsure why. What's just this loading? It shouldn't be that long. There we go. Oh. That must be Kristaria metal right here. It has been 90 days. 3 full months since the tree of emptiness took root. The world has been successfully rewritten with the Lostbelts. The Bellin theoretical phenomenon is complete. Let us take a moment to celebrate this milestone. None of this world would have been possible without each of your devoted efforts. You're giving us way too much credit, Kristaria. None of us have done anything worth celebrating yet. The foreign god did all the work, invading and rewriting history and the world and all that. All we've done is keeping our Lostbelt kings in good spirits. The real work's only just starting, yeah?
You don't get it, Barrow. Stabilizing the Lostbelt and growing the tree are one and the same. Lord Kristaria is telling us to devote ourselves to maintain our contracts with the Lostbelt servants. Particularly masters like you, who treats this as some kind of game.
Whoa, easy there, Orpedia. Looks really can't kill when you're the one giving them. That aside, Lord Kristaria, huh? Changed a bit since you woke up, haven't you? Don't worry. I won't give you too much shit about that. I get why you'd want to cling to someone under the circumstances. But as long as we're on the subject, let me make something clear here. I've never been more serious in my life. We already died once. Think I don't know better than to treat this like a game? This foreign god person might have resuscitated us this time, but I don't see that happening a second time. So, you better believe that I want to get things taken care of while I'm still kicking. After all, you can only enjoy stealing and killing while you're alive. Don't you agree, David? Indeed, you cannot experience the sensation that accompanies methodical killing from the confines of the coffin. Happily, our respective regions are quite primitive, so we are afforded plenty of opportunities for that experience now. You said it! They keep coming at us, practically begging us to kill them. Not a lot of time to screw around, huh?
I see. I feel sorry for your Lostbelts.
What's the matter, Kadok? Barrow is his usual self, but you seem a bit off. What's bothering you? You look just dreadful! Oh my, those bags under your eyes! Have you not been sleeping? Or is it just that you're under a lot of stress? Both. Never mind me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry. You know I can't do that, Kadok. If you really want me to leave you be, then at the very least, I need to see a smile from you. How could I not be sad, seeing your friend so down in the dumps? I can't help worrying about you, whatever you might think on the subject. Understand? If you really want to be alone, you need to be strong enough to handle it. And if you're letting your stress show like that, then you clearly aren't. Why not try relieving a bit of that stress with a bit of fun? This suggestion will win points for originality. But how about some tea? I found some great tea leaves here in my own Lostbelt. I'd be happy to let you have some. I bet the Grand Duchess would be delighted as well. None of your business. I swear, you just don't change no matter what happens, do you, Pepe? Ooh! Flattery will get you everywhere! I must say, that wasn't bad, Kadok! I'm not praising you. That was an insult. Sheesh, how come you're not telling this guy not to treat like this a game, Ophelia?
Pepperoncino's different. He's always like this.
Exactly. He doesn't listen to what people tell him. Just think about that weird nickname he picked for himself. He's a dyed-in-the-wool optimist, or maybe a natural-born outlaw. Either way, you don't want to see him get serious, you know? He'd only ever show his true colors if the shit really hit the fan. Like the apocalypse or something. Actually, scratch that. Maybe not even then.
No more wasting our time. Kuscharia, what do you want to talk about? We've already reported in about our lost belts. Mine isn't fit for territory expansion, and I have no intention of competing with the rest of you. If you want to fight over who gets to rule this planet, knock yourselves out. Did I not already tell you all this?
You think we buy that? You can't just shut yourself away and sit this one out, Akuta. In the end, we're going to have to choose a single Lost Belt. If you give up on expanding Lost Belt's territory, it will just be a matter of time until another Lost Belt invades it. You really want to just lose by default. You okay with that?
Yes, I am. And if my lost belt ends up disappearing, I'm fine with that too. This time, I just want to stay there right up to the end. As long as I'm satisfied, I'll go along with the rest of the cryptors.
So, you don't give a shit about this power struggle thing, huh? Can't blame you. We all know who's gonna win anyway. Kristarios could beat all of ours put together with one hand tied behind its back. This whole game, to figure out who's gonna be the king of the earth, has been rigged from the start. I mean, you should see how bad mine and David's lost belts are. There's just no way these are possibilities for how humanity would turn out. But there's not a damn thing wrong with Kristarios' lost belt. Hell, things might even be better than in proper human history. No fail, right? I swear, he was already the favorite to win before we even got started. No accounting for the luck of a born nobleman, huh? Born nobleman, I say. Huh.
Barrow, hold your tongue. Lord Kustaria conquered that city entirely on his own merits. Why else do you think he has no fewer than 3 divine spirits?
You will hold your tongue as well, Ophelia. Barrow is not incorrect.
But...
It's alright. It is plain to all that I will emerge the victor. No comments about how I go about claiming my inevitable victory will change that. Now then, hologram or not, I did not call you all here today to go over your lost belt's growth. An hour ago, one of my servants foretold the appearance of a spear urgent grab in a round circle. The spear urgent grab belongs to Chaldea, while the round circle no doubt refers to Master Culet's shield. This means they are finally about to re-emerge from void space following their escape from Antarctica.
So, they're still alive, even after 3 whole months spent wandering void space.
I see. And after Konyanskaya went to all that trouble to have the major association appoint a new director who should have been easy to manipulate. Perhaps you made the wrong choice, Wodime. My servant could have destroyed the entire base, you know? No. Our plan was the best option available. Chaldea's defenses may not have been airtight, but they were formidable nonetheless. In order for us to take control, it was necessary to convince Chaldea to let us in willingly by disguising ourselves as staff, and then shut down Chaldea from within. Had we done things differently, the Chaldeans would simply have ray-shifted away and stopped us. Konyanskaya's plan was well conceived. With the benefit of hindsight, the only issue is the fact that a certain servant did not act of their own accord, but that is hardly Kadok's fault. After all, of the 3 servants who served as the foreign god's envoys, neither the priest nor Konyanskaya were our own.
So, do you know where the Chaldeans are going to show up?
Lamentably, my servant's predictions did not reach that far into the future. All I know is that they will emerge in a matter of hours. That's it? So what? We're just supposed to get back to our boats and each keep an eye out for it? They'll emerge in Russia, inside the Lostbelt.
How did you know that?
Simple logic. How else? The only thing they know about Earth is as it is now is the identities of the servants who attacked Chaldea. That's the only possible connection for emerging from void space. For them, the Oprichniki are both a threat and a means to determine their destination.
So it all comes down to retribution, huh? We got them good, so now they want to get us back. Which means they'll be gunning for me first and foremost.
Perhaps. Anyway, if they are the kind of people to seek revenge, that will make them easier to deal with.
Out for vengeance, huh? Man, that's rough. I doubt you'll be able to talk your way out of that one. I know. How about I help you out, Kadok? You don't really go in for all that rough and tumble stuff, do you? If you want, I can play teacher for you. Show you how it's done.
Hard pass. Stick to your own Lostbelt. I get enough Fox Big Brother shit from Pepe.
Ah, come on. I really am concerned for you, you know. Besides, Peperoncino's more like our old man than our big bro. But fine. If you're set on doing this yourself, I can respect that. Good luck handling this yourself, Kadok. Go show the Grand Duchess what you're made of. Just don't push yourself too hard, alright? If things start looking dicey, don't be afraid to bail. We're just competing. We're not enemies, but we got no use for a crypter who's lost their Lostbelt. If you just want to live out your life in peace, nobody's gonna stop you. Right, Wodai?
Kadok, as you know, we have all consented to a non-aggression pact. As cryptors, our goal is to expand our respective Lostbelt's territories. Eventually, our Lostbelt's borders will clash, and one will inevitably be consumed. Thus will the Lostbelt with the strongest foundation of humanity feed upon the weaker ones. But it is in that clash, and only in that clash, that a cryptor may interfere with another cryptor's Lostbelt. If Chaldea disappear in Russia, then it falls to the king of Russia's Lostbelt to deal with them. Our duty is the reconstruction of humanity within our Lostbelts, to build a world where humans and gods can once more coexist in harmony. Now that the foreign god's invasion has ended, the task of disposing of Chaldea is extraneous at best. It is, at this stage, nothing more than a chore. Still, I suppose I must admit that they remain a hindrance. They do have a great deal of experience overturning worlds. Kadok, I look forward to seeing what you are capable of. Eliminate these nuisances and grow Russia's tree as quickly as you can. Succeeding in the latter should make the former markedly easier. For my part, I would like to see all the Lostbelts realize their full potential, for each is the potential of humanity itself. It would be a travesty for one of them to end before its history has had a chance to flourish. You don't have to tell me. I'm here to win as much as any of you. This is where I sign off. If Chaldea is coming for me, I'll be there to greet them.
Signing off.
I'm going to head back to the throne as well. My king's thirst for exploration and conquest is insatiable. There's no telling what sort of trouble he might get into if I leave him alone for too long.
Right then, I'll be up as well. Let me know if Russia sends out an SOS. Alright, I must say though, you certainly seem happy about this, Barrow. You must get up on seeing Kadok struggling. Now, what sort of heartless bastard do you take me for, Pepperoncino? I'm actually worried about him, you know? I was an only child, so I like to think of him as the little brother I never had. Why would I want to see him die? I just want to be a good big brother and look out for him. Besides, I'm thrilled to hear that he is still alive. I haven't been this happy since I first broke into their ICU. Dr. Roman kicked me out before we could have a bit of fun together back then. But now there's no one left to get in the way. Goodness me! I don't know what we're going to do about him. Anyway, I best be signing off too. Something doesn't seem right on my end either. But while you're here, David, there's something I'd like to ask you about regarding my report. What do you think about the cube in my lost belt? I have a little information to go on. Do you still want my thoughts? Of course! I would so love to hear your assessment. I think that thing is your Achilles heel. The weakest of weak points for you and your lost belt. If War Diamond and I had your lost belt, it'd be the first thing we got rid of. But in your particular case, Pepperoncino, I would leave it alone. That's just who you are. I see. Then maybe I'll wait and see how it goes. Though personally, I'd love to cut it out now. Alright, I'm signing off. Our next meeting's a month from now, yes? See you then.
Each of the other cryptos has returned to their post. Are you sure this is for the best, Lord Kristaria? Truthfully, I doubt Kadok is up to the task of maintaining Russia's lost belt. The Russian King Spirit Urgent, Tren, strength is on par with the Divine Spirit Servant. You may be able to control him, Lord Kristaria, but there's no way Kadok can. And if the remnants of Chaldea show up there and start making trouble, there's no telling what might happen to Russia's lost belt.
Are you worried Kadok's lost belt may be destroyed before it can become food for the others, Arpedia?
No, it's not that. It's just the way he was behaving left me with a bad feeling. And there are times when he prioritizes Grand Duchess' wishes over our objective.
So, his rather ordinary nature has backfired. Very well, you do have a point. Canis, it is time to make use of your sea-crossing authority. You will head for Russia and observe Kadok's actions. If he has indeed turned his back on our mission, you will see to his punishment.
Are you kidding me, Master? You really sending me, the great Canis, out to do your housekeeping? And all cause this woman won't leave you alone. What sort of heroic spirit do you take me for?
A trustworthy one, naturally. You may be coarse, but that is only your pride. And since I have bested you in combat fair and square, I know you will not renege on your promise to me. Nor will you renounce your previous statements depending on your situation, unlike the gods. Unless I am mistaken, and you are, in fact, just as fickle as they are.
Always got something to say, don't you, human? What a pompous, weak-kneed, pretentious scumbag. Fine, I'll be your little lapdog, but you think I'm gonna forget about this humiliation? You got another thing coming. My luck? No, the god's luck must have run out of day. I lost to you. You want me to babysit the situation with humans struggling to fight back? Fine, I will. I can't believe you're using Canis, the Divine Spirit, as nothing more than an envoy. Are you sure about sending Canis away like this, Lord Kristaria? Isn't she your bodyguard?
It is of no consequence. This is why I made a contract with Canis in the first place. I trust him to be my eyes. From here on, I will be having him monitor the continent. I will also have him stopped by your Lostbelt as well. I advise you to take caution when he does. As you know, he is not overly fond of women like yourself. If you offend him, he may just end up erasing your Lostbelt, king and all.
I'm not so sure about that. My Lostbelt's king is certainly a deal more subdued than Russia's, yes. However, her power is as easily a match for a divine spirit. On top of that, I have the strongest knight ever to live in my charge. I can't imagine either of them having anything to fear, even from the divine spirit Canis.
I see. Then I suppose I need say nothing more? The fate of your Lostbelt will have an impact on mine as well. If possible, I would prefer that our respective Lostbelts be the last two remaining in our competition. Our victory may be inevitable, but some manners of winning are better than others, and my victory must want for nothing. I expect great things from you, Ophelia. I need as many capable compatriots as possible.
Yes! Yes, Lord Castaria! I promise, I won't let you down.
The roots of cosmic fantasy have descended upon us. The advent of the foreign god is at hand. After 3 months, the Lostbelts have finished their rewrites. Both this planet, and the next generation of human history now belong to us. But that is not enough. I will not be satisfied with that alone. The sages from proper human history abandoned humans in their naivete. The who who called himself the king of natures first pitied humanity, but soon washed his hands of them. But not me. I will never relax my grip. It has been 2,000 years since mystics disappeared, when the foundations of the world were passed on to mankind. Now, I will attempt to reach the world that no sage ever could. I will attempt to enact an idea that no mage has ever before conceived. Just you watch, Marispiri Anastasia. Watch as I achieve what you only ever dare dream of. Ooh.
Huh? There's a middle of a thing. I saw that. Who is she?
Empire is a beast. Let's go.
Section 1.
There we go.
Damn, it's really getting bad out here. But I can still smell 3 of them. If I don't take them out now, I'll starve to death this winter for sure. Guess I'll just have to hang in there a little longer. Damn, it's a cursed Crete chat. Damn it, you little... Die! Die! Go to hell! Damn it! What a waste. Damn, now its brains are leaking out. Guess it's time to pack it in. Damn it, I'm so hungry. I really don't want to starve to death. I think that must be, Atalante's berserker talking, I guess. Whoa! Was that an earthquake? Was that one of the big guys? If it was, I guess I won't have to worry about starving to death. God damn it! It's so cold. It's never this cold. And I can't tell if the Oprichniki are listening or not, as usual. Looks like it's gonna be an especially harsh winter. On a different note, what the hell's up with that tree? It's almost looked like a giant tower. I can barely see it. In this version of human, demonic beasts have been present since the very beginning. Humanity here evolved along a particularly unique route in order to combat both the beast and the perpetual blizzard that shrouded the land. In this world, there's nothing worse than weakness. To die is to admit defeat. Here, strength is justic, and justic, strength. It is a world of permafrost, where the notion of might makes right has been taken to its logical conclusion. And now, Soapbox and his companions are about to set foot in this alternate history.
Foo! Foo!
Morning, Bo.
Foo! Foo! Foo!
What a nice roommate here. It's been a week since all that went down.
Foo! Foo!
Good morning, Senpai. Are you awake? Of course I am. Oh, good. Then I hope you don't mind if I come in. I brought you some breakfast. Thank you. Of course, we still only have rations. And only enough for another 6 days, too. It's a lot better than nothing. Thanks, Mash. We're still continuing our zero sale. It's been about a week since we embarked. Fortunately, the enemy organization that took over Chaldea doesn't seem to have followed us here. But I wish I knew how long this was going to continue. Time is one of the fundaments of our universe. But time doesn't intrinsically have a past or a future. Those are just axes we came up with to help us keep track of it. As long as time goes on, a little shake-up before or after won't make any difference. But here in void space, time doesn't go on. We won't suffer the effects of age as long as we stay here. But we also don't know what will happen once we emerge into normal space. We might return at exactly the instant we left, or we might find that we've been gone for hundreds of years. I wouldn't be surprised if we just age instantly as soon as we exit void space, like when Urashima Taro opened their Terminator Bako. So we're not going to surface? No, we will, but we first need to ensure it'll be safe to do so. That's not stopping Director Gordov from demanding to surface at 7 o'clock every morning, but still. In fact, it's about that time right now. Shall we go to the cockpit, Senpai?
Foo! Foo!
I must say, I was relieved to find out the Shadow Border's interior is more spacious than it looks from the outside. Da Vinci says she's managed to give it twice as much room by warping its internal space. Thanks to that, we have just enough living facilities to cover the bare necessities. I do feel a little bad that all 4 staff members have to share one room though. Thank you for your concern, Bo. I have special needs as a demi-servant, so I'm staying in the treatment room by myself. As for the other private rooms, oh yes, Director Gordov is staying in the captain's quarters. Da Vinci has her capsule in a computer room, and Holmes seems to be sleeping in a workshop. We also have air conditioning, a storage room, and an armory, although the new director has prohibited us from going in there. And since we have 2 large cruisers worth of space, Da Vinci and Holmes were even able to make the cockpit/bridge several meters wide. Alright, let's head to the cockpit now. Cockpit. Ooh.
Enough of this nonsense, you filth! You flimsy excuse for a detective! Why do you insist on keeping us here? We must be in a safe zone by now!
It is, as I have said, a more difficult question than you seem to realize. We must first discuss how we might even define a safe zone. For example, can we say that we are safe here in void space thanks to a lack of enemies in our vicinity? I'm afraid the answer is a resounding no. For that matter, there are no enemies to be found in void space. Consequently, we need not concern ourselves with attempts at pursuit. No, what we must concern ourselves with is a threat far greater, one that quite literally surrounds us. In other words, my good Musik, the question is not one of when we should emerge, but of how.
You mean to tell me it's not even possible as to leave? How can you be so blasé about such a nightmarish prospect?
It looks like Holmes and the new director are getting along nicely, Senpai. I'm almost sorry to interrupt them. Good morning, everyone. Soap Ross and Mashkula reporting in for the latest status update.
Good morning.
Ah, good morning, you two. Have you already had breakfast?
Yes, thank you. I had an Italian cuisine ration myself, and Senpai is just about to have his.
Oh ho, so you lower level employees are stuck with rations, eh? How sad. I had a plate of warm French toast and tea with extra milk myself. It is, of course, important my role as captain. The captain needs a lot of calories to have enough energy to keep the crew together. Well, obviously you're gaining weight. I swear, who do you think you are, hogging all the halfway decent non-perishables for yourself?
Nothing wrong with that. The quality of one's diet has a pronounced effect on one's mental state, after all. Those who are unwilling to endure discomfort should make every effort to eat well on a daily basis. Besides, a hot cup of tea is a small price to pay if it helps eliminate the greatest source of disorder in our little community. Don't you agree, Mr. Manue?
Well, I can't argue with that. Especially when a guy who's less willing to deal with discomfort than anyone is actually managing it.
You mean me? Not to worry, I still have a store of my own little remedy to fall back on. If the time ever comes when I need to calm my nerves, it should do the trick nicely. Why, I can keep going like this for a month.
Oh, never mind how strong your willpower is. You still haven't answered my question, Holmes. You just told me it isn't that you refuse to emerge, but that we can't emerge. What did you mean by that? And remember, I have appointed you Charlie as new administrative advisor. How about you show a little gratitude for the appointment? Now, tell me exactly what is going on.
I'm not normally particularly concerned with titles, but I must say, being administrative advisor has been a novel experience. To be honest, I'm rather excited to be exercising my own untapped talents to meet this job's demands.
How did that end up happening? Does Director Gordolf has a death wish or something?
Well, he's already got Da Vinci serving as his technical advisor, right? He probably just appointed Holmes to administrative stuff because he doesn't have any other managers to help him right now. I can hear you, you know. Now, come on, Holmes, out with it. Are we going to survive or aren't we?
I'm afraid survive is too broad a term for me to provide a satisfactory answer, but I can at least outline the possible results of our emergence. Strictly speaking, it's not that we cannot emerge. Rather, we have nowhere to emerge to. At the present moment, we are voyaging across the void space, a world existing on negative vector, to put it another way. So, in order to return to reality, we need a connection to it. An anchor, if you will. Fortunately, anything should be able to serve as an anchor as long as it exists in reality. So as long as someone here has such a connection, we should be able to escape from this void space. However, we are unable to do so at this time, which means the world itself has been utterly wiped clean.
Ha 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 ha, that's ridiculous. What do you mean, wiped clean? That there's nothing left anywhere? I am certainly willing to admit that it was terrifying to see those, meteoroids. I suppose they were, falling to Earth while we were in Antarctica. Given their size, the impacts must have been absolutely devastating. No doubt the destruction was many times worse than the Tunguska event. Terrible as that may be, there is simply no way that could have been a cataclysm capable of wiping every nation off the face of the earth. And of course, let us not forget the clock tower. London's clock tower has been around for millennia. It is the greatest bastion of magecraft in existence, guarded by hundreds of defense mechanisms. There's no possible way it could be destroyed.
Do you just not believe what happened with the Mist City?
Foo, foo!
With all due respect, Gorda, I'm afraid the major association in London has been destroyed as well. Every single nation, all destroyed. With the exception of those of us here, the entirety of humanity has been wiped from existence. Or at least, so Kirstaria Woodine believes. Otherwise, he would never have made that proclamation.
That's impossible. The world couldn't possibly be destroyed so easily. It couldn't possibly... Right. You all agree, don't you? Why are you looking so glum? Stop that! So fast! So fast! You may be a cheeky little bastard, but I can tell you have sensibilities much more in line with my own. Go on then. You tell them. Tell them Holmes is making this all up, or wrong, or something.
Gorda, you need to face the facts.
Huh? Don't tell me you're serious about this, too. Aren't you like me?
Foo!
It can't be. Then, there really is nothing at all left on Earth? Not even my beloved Hawaii? Or the Monaco Grand Prix? Or the racetrack I always dream of visiting one day? The Suzuka Circuit? This is terrible. But then again, this could be our chance to create a brand new organization for Magecraft from scratch. What do you all think? When life gives you lemons, right?
And how would we do that when all the rest of humanity has been wiped out? But hey, if you want to make an association of one, go nuts, old man.
I am not old. I may have a year or two on you, but I'm still a dashing specimen in the prime of my youth.
All that said, we do have one possible exit point. There is something on Earth to which we both have a connection, and that has a solid chance of existing. The Oprichniki, the Black Garb army that attacked Chaldea. We know of them, and they know of us. And that makes an almost complete connection between our two groups. If we were to emerge now, we would most likely do so wherever they currently are.
You mean we ended up at their HQ? I see. Right into the heart of enemy territory, eh? That would certainly be extremely dangerous.
Yes, it would. But we can't stay here in void space forever. The Shadow Border's reserves are running low. We're almost out of food, water, and power. Indeed, we will need to emerge soon no matter what, but I would like to do so at the best possible time. Fortunately, we have the Paper Moon, a compass capable of measuring standard space and void space simultaneously. We have been using it all this time to look for a comparatively safe location wherever we emerge, which is to say, an area devoid of hostiles. Isn't that right, Da Vinci? I take it you're about done by now?
Good morning, everyone. It's me, Da Vinci. No need to fill me in. I've been listening out along this whole time. In fact, whenever I'm acting as a computer room's bio unit, I can see everything that happens inside a shadow border. So don't go thinking you keep any secrets from me, Gorda. That goes for you too, Holmes. Now then, I've already got my eye on an area crawling with Oprichniki. I've also gone ahead and plotted a course to emerge there. As luck would have it, we're even nearing a current that should do the trick nicely. If we head that way now, we could hitch a ride and be carried along that course in about 5 minutes. If we miss this wave, we'll have to wait 10 days for the next one. By that time, the shadow border will be almost completely out of power. So what I'm getting at is,
if we're going to emerge, it's now or never?
You got it. That's what I like to hear so fast.
Make sure to stop by and thank me for being so amazing later. Incidentally, according to Paper Room, this wave will bring us back to standard space approximately 90 days after we left. So, that means we'll be emerging around early April in the year 2020. Man, we really lucked out. One wrong move, and we could have ended up on a wave that would have taken us there 100 years later. If we emerge into standard space then, it'd probably be way too late to do anything.
Slow down! Slow down! You mean a few days difference can affect our exit time that much? Is that normal for zero sail travel? If we emerge 100 years later, the Musek residence will be no more than a ruin. You can't do that. That's my house. Notice how much quicker he is to grasp stuff when it affects him directly.
Try to remember that everything on Earth has already been destroyed. Now then, it seems we are faced with a decision. The perfect wave on which we can ride to re-enter reality is nearly upon us. Are you all prepared to take it? There is no telling what the world will look like when we get there. All we can say for certain at this point is that we will be emerging on the Opportunity's home turf. We are very likely to be attacked the moment we appear. Even so,
Let's just stay the course. Couldn't agree more. I knew I saw potential in you.
Huh? What was that, Mr. Menue?
I don't know. We collided with something, and now the left screw has shut down. We found a void space border wall. The collision has damaged our armor. Part of the logic formula is missing. What did you say? The armor's been damaged? Why did you impoverish fools as such cheap materials? If I still had my fortune, money would have been no object.
he must have spent all his money acquiring Chodea.
Well, this certainly isn't good. We can't maintain the vehicle's powers anymore. Looks like this is it for our maiden zero sail. At least we should still be able to raise the bow and re-enter standard space. But after that, I think we'll need to step outside to make repairs.
Director Gordoff. No, you can't. We'll just end up surrounded by Opportunity again. If those are our choices, better to just stay here. The next wave will be here soon, then we...
No, it won't. If we stay here, we'll end up starving to death. I believe you will find that a far more painful end than dying in battle.
You there, demi-servant. What do you think?
Me? Well, I'll go along with whatever Master decides. If we end up surrounded by enemy forces, we can cross that bridge when we come to it.
Not you two. You were supposed to be the meek little girl who would quietly agree with authority. Are all you Chaldeans adventure crazed nuts?
All done talking? Then let's go catch ourselves a wave.
I didn't agree to that. Well, wait, let me get my seatbelt on. All hands, take your seats. You are not to get incapacitated under any circumstances. That goes for you too, Self-Frost. As long as you're strapped in, you won't suffer any serious injuries. Trust me, I speak from experience.
Activating Paper Moon. Initiating planet navigational chart ± convergence. Commencing Shadow Borders docking sequence into reality boundary. Firing existence verification. Tether into reality space. Opportunity anchor point confirmed.
What's gonna happen?
Nobody knows. Nobody can even guess. So we must be prepared for anything. The only way we will learn what awaits us when we emerge is to see it for ourselves.
Emerging from void space. 30 seconds until arrival in reality space. Zero sail. Complete. Emerging into reality space.
Ooh.
AD 1570 question mark? What? Lostbelt depth D rank. Okay. Come on.
anchor point. Ooh. Reality space anchor attached. Reality verification complete. Establishing shadow borders existent. Zero sail return successful.
I say, I'm alive! I'm alive! My limbs have never felt so solid. It's like I've gained several kilograms since we were in void space.
Attention! An armor plate came loose during re-entry. Further zero sails currently impossible. Please replenish materials and food supplies and perform regular repairs and tune-ups on the shadow border to ensure future safe travels.
I see. It's a wonder the shadow border held up this well, given the less than ideal circumstances in which we...
We did it! We're back on Earth! We can go outside! Fresh air at last!
I know! I wonder what it's like outside now. We're not bobbing around, so we're probably on land.
Quit shoving! I know how you feel, but I can't unlock the door until you settle down. Let's see. First, we release this boat.
Well now, I suppose I ought to have expected this. Who wouldn't be curious about the state of the world now, given the circumstances? It is, after all, our home. We have fought so hard to protect it. The miracle of our return from such a perilous voyage no doubt pales in comparison. Indeed, I would expect nothing less from Chaudia's staff, though, I must say, it's a tad too dazzling for me to view directly.
Everyone's rushing to the cockpit's emergency exit. Are you sure you don't want to join them, Senpai?
You better believe I'm gonna go check it out right away. Not you two, so fast! Damn it, what about me? Is it okay if I leave the monitor for a little, Holmes? I want to see what it's like out there with my own two eyes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Manue, but someone has to stay here and keep an eye on the monitor. After all, I too have been waiting with bated breath to see what lies on the other side of that door.
Oh, is that so? Fine, what do I care? I'm just a sad, lonely geek anyway. Manue always get the shaft, so why should things change now?
The emergency exit is opening. Senpai, we're finally going to have some natural light. Light?
It's freezing!
How very cold it is! My coat is frosting over! Quick, close the door!
Yes, sir! Phew, I thought it was done for. But that snowfield we saw for a brief moment.
Man, that was a close one. Good thing I cranked up the heat. Is everything... What if everyone... Okay. Is everyone okay? You should know better than to just open the door the moment we stop in some strange part of the world. I trust you've all learned your lesson, yes? No more going outside after zero sail until we finish checking the conditions around the anchor point. Failing to follow our protocol could be hazardous to your health. Now, are you all ready to hear my report? Yes, I'm terribly sorry for acting carelessly. So, what's going on with that blizzard? It's a perfectly ordinary blizzard, just like the ones we're all well acquainted with by this point. There's no atmospheric pollution and no hostiles in the area. Presently, the shadow border is smack dab in the middle of the blizzard. The odd bit is that it's 100 degrees below zero out there. So if you plan to go outside and want to live more than a couple minutes, you'll need some serious cold protection. And if that wasn't enough, take a look at this footage.
I can't even see.
Thank you for praising me, Nightbringer Potatoes. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed that Lostbelt. One going on, so please don't spoil me on that story. I just skipped over my main first story, but my alternate, I'm just getting started to read what was happening. Anyway, how are you doing, Nightbringer Potatoes? Alright.
What? Is this? Is that an aura? And a storm? It looks like a massive supercell. Ugh, how am I supposed to figure out the scale here with no frame of reference? It does look like it's rather big, but...
Oh, it's big alright. Ready to have your mind blown? This storm is literally endless.
Pretty good. And it's pretty sad that all a bunch of stores and other kinds of non-business store are being shut down until further notice because of COVID-19. And the food rations are starting to get low. And people are just buying so many things they need. Like toilet papers and paper towels and all that other stuff. You get the idea. And the store has made the rules that they can only buy one household product. Yeah. It really sucks, man. I hope you stay safe for that against COVID-19. Anyway.
It covers every inch of Russia, like a wall around the entire world. And the aura blocks all kinds of electromagnetic waves, so it's completely impossible to break through. I can tell some of you want to write it off as just a storm, but you really shouldn't. This storm can tear steel apart, level entire cities, even destroy the world as we know it. No wonder what people thought of it as a god during the Age of Gods. Remember, storms are the single most powerful source of naturally produced energy on the planet. And one this massive is bound to be raging around with all the energy of a nuclear bomb. It stretches as far as the eye can see. Humanity has yet to invent anything in the way of a vehicle capable of breaking through a storm like this. Nothing could get through this storm. No weapon, no vehicle, nothing.
Stock up on instant ramen noodles, even the soup cans and stuff.
Which means
that even once we get the shadow border up and running, we won't be able to leave this place. In short, we are trapped in a world about which we know nothing. Now, Gordov. At least we are no longer in any immediate danger. For that matter, the zero cell was incredibly dangerous in its own right, since it inverted our very existence into the negative zone. I believe it would benefit our chance of survival tremendously if we were to regroup here.
Well, it is certainly an emergency, and we do need to regroup.
Da Vinci, does the shadow border possess the ability to camouflage itself?
of course it does. This vessel is designed to handle the void. It's got tons of features. In fact, it has optical and conceptual camouflage. It messes with all the observer perceptions and senses.
Then for the moment, we needn't worry about danger finding us from the outside. That, of course, does not account for possible problems from the inside.
Grr, why do we only have one blanket per person? And why are you being so stingy with the heat? Don't you realize it's getting colder in here by the minute? Do you want us to freeze to death?
What other choice do we have, Gordov? We've gotta save all the power we can right now. Deal with it. Besides, the way things are going, we'll probably starve to death before we freeze to death, since I don't see us finding more food in this mess.
So we don't have anything left to eat?
Don't worry, we still have a little bit left. I'm just saying we need to find more food, and soon.
Indeed, food is but one of several problems we face. Let us take stock of our current situation.
I've got a reading on the temperature out there. It's exactly what Technical Advisor Da Vinci said it was. 100 degrees below zero. No human being could survive in this. As for our position, it looks like we're somewhere in Russia. Russia? Damn, so Holmes was right. We have literally fallen right into our Progeniki's laps. But hang on, how is that possible? I know we were adrift for some time, but how could we reach Russia from Antarctica? We would have had to sail halfway across the world for that to happen. Did void space make that possible?
More or less. In void space, real world distances have no meaning. Instead, the distance we can travel corresponds exactly to the time it takes to calculate coordinates and verify our existence. Now, take a look at our paper moon. That's a two-dimensional world map. I can see 7 locations that seem to be layered differently than the rest of the map.
So they are. I didn't notice at first since this thing loops around on itself, but you're right.
It reminds me of the 7 singularities that caused the incineration of humanity. Though, of course, the current circumstances differ substantially. The 7 singularities existed at different points in time, a vertical axis. But in this time period, these 7 abnormal regions exist simultaneously. And Russia, where we are now, is one such region.
Are they singularities?
It's too early to tell. Given what Kirstaria said during his transmission, I believe these regions are not the past, but...
Gah! So cold! But I finished looking over the shadow border.
Nice work! You must have been freezing, even in just a few short minutes you were out there. So, how's my baby holding up?
Well, frankly, it won't be possible to make repairs. For starters, we don't have a logic formula to let us withstand void space, nor would we have the armor plating we would need to carve the formula into. And, well, the engine's not in great shape after we overtaxed it. We'll need at least a little time to get it back up and running. Brr, it's so cold, but at least it's not as bad now. It should warm up a little once it gets to midday. As long as we avoid working at night, we should be able to get by with just our snow suits.
Glad to hear it. Make sure you grab a hot shower before you catch cold or anything. This is the one time you'll get to rest up as much as you want. In fact, maybe you'd prefer a hot bath?
No thank you, a hot towel will do. We really have to conserve electricity now, after all.
Good. Let us take matters one problem at a time. At the moment, our most pressing concern is this singularity earthquake location. I trust our new director has no issue with us investigating this land and correcting the problem.
New director? No, not at all. As a devoted magecraft practitioner myself, I cannot turn a blind eye to this matter. If there is singularity to be corrected, we must do so simply as a matter of course.
Furthermore, the Shadow Border's armor is damaged, and we are unable to move from our current location. In which case, one of us must venture out and find someone with whom we can barter or negotiate and arrange for a suitable replacement for our missing armor plate. And fix the singularity while they are at it.
I've got this.
I see you are quite eager to help, Mr. Soapfrost. Perhaps even recklessly so. But for the moment, I will spare you the lecture. You may not currently have any servants capable of aiding you in battle, but you are still a master. Furthermore, you are far and away the most experienced fighter out of everyone here. At this point, you are the only one we can send to investigate this area. It will be extremely dangerous. As the administrative advisor, I'm ashamed I might ask this of you.
Then, will you be escorting Senpai as his bodyguard, Holmes?
Naturally, I will do so to the best of my ability. Fieldwork is, of course, one of my many specialities. Now, regarding your Mr. Code.
Wait, that won't do at all.
Director Gordoff?
Holmes, you're one of our precious few fighters. As the only servant capable of handling this situation, I forbid you from leaving this vehicle. This armored car is the last bastion of humanity itself. There must be a combat-ready servant here to defend it. So you are to stay here and to do exactly that, Holmes. Understand? That is a direct order from your commander.
Oh, if it's just a servant you need, there's another one right here, you know? Or have you already forgotten about me and my genius?
You're not a real servant. You're just an imitation who's lost any combat ability you may have once had. Holmes is the only real fighter we have, and we can't afford to send him out into a dangerous area we still know nothing about. So, Frost, during our investigation, You adamantly refuse to cooperate with us, correct? Each and every time we ask you if a certain report was all made up, and it's just that you lot never actually saved the world. All you said was, Chaldea fulfilled its mission admirably. Heh, not bad for a youngster like yourself. Indeed, I commend your attitude. As such, I see no problem whatsoever with my plan. You're a proven warrior, as you demonstrated by repairing the past singularities. What sort of director would I be if I didn't trust a proven master? A poor excuse for one, that's why. And so, I am placing my implicit trust in you. So, listen up. You are to go on the expedition alone. The rest of us will relay instructions to you from this operations room.
What? You can't make Senpai handle this alone.
Does that mean you are withdrawing the testimony you provided to Inquiry Boy? Will you claim that Chaldea have not been sitting around merely twiddling its thumbs for the last year no more than lies?
No.
Indeed, both Mr. Sopros and the new director are correct. The Shadow Border's destruction would mean the end of humanity itself. It is indeed important that we investigate this area, but we must concentrate the bulk of our efforts on keeping the Shadow Border and the Paper Moon safe. Therefore, I will remain to guard the Shadow Border and do whatever I can to aid the expedition from here. All that said, the fact remains that it would also be reckless to send Mr. Sopros out on his own. It is 100 degrees below zero outside, and there is no telling what else may be lying in wait.
I know that. I won't send him off without a buddy. Let's see. One of you called me an old man. What was his name again? Saute Picada? Oh crap!
It's the cooking method that uses butter and lemon juice.
What? Et tu, Sopfrost? That's it! Menue! Menue! Get your ornament ready. Get your ornaments in order. You will be joining Sopfrost on its expedition. Gah! I knew it! Why me? You're an operator. Your job is to man the controls and keep an eye on the monitors. Now that the border's parked, this is simply the best way for you to make yourself useful. Besides, if worse comes to worst, I know someone who can fill in as a driver. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn it, guess I've got no choice.
Wait! I'll go with Senpai. I believe that would be the best possible option. For one thing, I have even fewer ways to be useful here than Mr. Menue does. And I can also fight for brief periods, just like I did at Chaldea.
I guess that's true, but
I am afraid that is a course of action I cannot support. What about you, Da Vinci?
I hate to say it, but I do think Sopras will need a companion, and Mash is an old hand when it comes to investigating unexplored areas by now. As long as she agrees not to engage in combat as a servant, unless absolutely necessary, and to focus solely on providing support. She's the best partner Sopras could ask for. It's not my place to try to stop her.
hey Mash,
Yes, Senpai?
let's go explore this place together.
Of course, Master. I'd be happy to accompany you on this expedition.
Excuse me.
Good, good. Fortunately, I expected something like this might happen one day. So I suppose this is good a time as any to show you the Mr. Code I made for exploring polar regions. Here you go, Sopras. And Mash, here's a snowsuit I made just for you.
Excellent. Then be off with you. And whatever you do, do not throw your lives away. Understand? If you must die, make sure that you find a valuable lead before you do so.
Seriously? You really need to work on your goodbyes?
What was wrong with that? I thought it was quite an encouraging speech.
Wow, you are serious. You're a noble through and through, aren't you? I'm amazed you managed to survive this long without dying in solitude. Did you just luck out and get a really good maid or something?
I'll have you know I have never experienced solitude once all my life. My tutor, Truly 4, was so strict, she would barely leave me alone. Grr, what an impudent little familiar! If only you acted as cute as you look. Oh. Wow, straight after that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink. Alright. See from my phone text messages about it. Okay. Got my drinks here with me. Alright. Formation's restricted. Oh, that's great. Oh, so it's just mash only. That's it. Power down. Okay. Solo battle. There we go. It can't hurt to wear a snowsuit over your Arctic Mystic coat. Not that it's likely to do much good when it's a freaking 100 degrees below out there. Listen, I know what Gordoff said, but make sure you don't go taking any unnecessary risk. Just take it easy and focus on staying alive first and foremost. It'd be a hell of a waste if I die now after all. Right? There's all sorts of fun things out there just waiting for you to experience. I knew you had potential, Silk Frost. Once this is all taken care of, you'll have to come back. You'll have to come check out my hometown sometime. You haven't lived until you've seen France, you know? Oh, and Mash, I don't want you overdoing it either. Got it? I know that you really helped us out back at Chaldea. But the fact is, you've got serious limits as a Demi servant, so if you encounter any hostiles, you just focus on keeping your distance. All the more so if Silkfrost in a tight spot. Whatever it takes, you two better make it back here alive.
We will. Thank you, Mr. Menue.
Oh, and Silkfrost, you take this. briefcase. This is... Listen up. We're going to investigate the surrounding area first. Once we find something of interest, we'll let you know and tell you where to go. If you can manage to secure a ley line, you should be able to summon servants again. As for power, you'll just have to make do somehow. Maybe take advantage of a natural phenomenon.
A natural phenomenon?
I bet Da Vinci and Holmes figure something out. You're the one who take care of all those singularities. I don't have to tell you what an accomplishment that is. You've met at least 1 or 2 servants who are crazy enough to answer summon, no matter the circumstance. So as long as you can get the bare minimum of energy into that spirit urgent grab, you ought to be able to summon at least 1 servant. You probably won't be able to get a really strong one, though. Our magical energy supply here doesn't hold a candle to Chaldea's. But even so, any heroic spirit you can get to help you would be a godsend at this point. So do what you gotta to make that happen. Got it. Honestly, I have no idea what's coming. The doctor is gone, and so is more than half our staff. I never thought things could get even worse than they were back in Orleans. But here we are, and just like back then, you're our only hope, Soapfrost. Good luck. You can count on me. I know we can. Oh, and if it's not asking too much, try to find some fish. Do that, and I'll treat you to some of the best home cooking you've ever had.
I'm all set too, Master.
Oh, you look so cute.
Let's go.
Man, what a blizzard.
Oh! Bo, are you gonna be okay in this cold?
He's burrowed into my coat.
Oh! Testing. Hello? Can you guys hear me? You can? Great. Looks like we've got comms working. Not sure what kind of range we'll get into this storm, though. Now then, the first order of business will be to look for a ley line. Here's what I'm thinking. Start by heading north, then turn east. If you still haven't found a ley line after a while, then you can continue west. Once that's done, come back to the shadow border before you check out the south. What do you think of that? Any thoughts to share? Am I doing a better job than, me?
You're the same dependable Da Vinci you always were.
Great. Glad to hear it. Alright, I'll be checking in every 5 minutes, so if you stop hearing from me, that's your cue to turn around and head back. Got that, you two?
Got it.
Understood, Da Vinci.
Oh, and let me be clear about one more thing. If you encounter any locals, leave the negotiations to us. Even over comms, I can cast a symbol charm spell to win over any ordinary person you run into. Okay.
Maybe we should only use that as a last resort, Director. Charm spells do work quickly, but their effects also wear off rapidly as well. There would be no way of knowing when our unwitting collaborator might return to their senses. As such, I believe it would be both safer and wiser for you to employ your natural charms here. Should we encounter any locals, I believe the best thing to do would be for Mr. Soapfrost to initiate the negotiations. Once both parties have reached a mutual understanding, we can then have them come to the border.
I see. Indeed, my own natural charisma would be the surest way to succeed. Very well, we shall use your plan then. Da Vinci, is there any pomade to be found in this car? I'll need to make sure my hair is perfect for the occasion. First impressions are everything, after all.
Sure, I can whip something up that'll do the trick. Damn, Holmes, you play him like a fiddle.
Well, I am the world's greatest detective. Besides, I wasn't being entirely untruthful. Gordov does have a certain dignity, the sort that comes from being raised in a distinguished noble family. And that is something that Mr. Soapfrost can and should do without.
Okay, Master, let's start heading north. This blizzard really does go as far as the eye can see. And it seems the temperature has dropped even lower since we left.
Yeah, it's really cold.
Only cold, eh? You have my amazing Mr. Coat to thank for that. The temperatures you experience right now can freeze hot water or turn a banana hard enough to use as a hammer. Okay, that's enough heading north. Now, try going east.
Understood. Okay, Master, let's head east. Master, take a look at that.
At what exactly? Oh,
That doesn't look like the bands of light we saw in the singularities. What could it be? A skyscraper? A tower?
maybe it's a tree?
Whatever it is, it's certainly enormous.
Uh-oh.
What was that noise? Da Vinci!
Yep, I'm detecting hostile from here. Looks like a low-rank phantasmal. Maybe a demonic beast? Just one of them, but it's headed your way from the east, and it looks to be spoiling for a fight.
Got it. Let's get out of here, MASH.
Yes, Master, let's head south.
Woo! What was that roar?
I'm picking up new hostiles at Soaprush 12 and 9 o'clock. And another one at 6. They're surrounded. Oh god, now there's 6 more. That cry earlier must have signaled others. They just keep coming.
So, they know to surround and prey. These creatures would appear to understand how to hunt. Which means there's an established ecosystem, even in this frigid world. But that is a matter for later. Mr. Sopras, Da Vinci, I'm sorry to ask you to break the rules right off the bat. Miss Curelight, I trust you know what to do. Make your way through the demonic beast to the south and return here at once.
Wait, what's going to happen if you lead a huge pack of demonic beasts here? Remember, the Shadow Border is the very last bastion of humanity.
At any rate, I'll find the weakest link in information and try to break through. Master, your order, please.
Alright, just don't push yourself too hard.
Yes, Master.
Alright, MASH got a new animation right there.
ステータスアップこれで耐えます落ち着いて了解落ち着いて落ち着いてやー
A new sound.
倒します
And the battle will end after the 4th turn. Okay, then.
落ち着いて了解落ち着いて落ち着いてやーこれで倒します
Okay.
はい落ち着いて了解押し切りますやー
Okay, what?
倒します
There it is. Battle ends right there. Can't do anything. Because it's impossible to beat that 3 fucking thing in a single. The match just being a shielder. Come on, MASH. Follow me.
Yes, Master. We need to make our escape while we can. Mash?
A gun?
A rifle. In point of fact, judging by the sound, unwielded, it would seem, by a skilled marksman, considering the incapacitated beast with a single shot to the head. Well done.
Take this! Are you guys nuts? What were you thinking, running right into the middle of a crit chat pack? Huh? Oh, what the? He's a furry hunter. I see. I thought that was so weird. Alright. I'm guessing you guys came from the capital looking for something to eat. But you're not gonna have much more luck out here in the boonies. What the? A wolf man? Well, what the hell are you guys? Why is your skin so smooth? Wait, please wait. Please calm down. Wait a second. Are you guys mages? Huh? Damn it. Come on, follow me. Crit chats are cowards, but if you stick around too long, they'll call more friends and overwhelm you. He just halved that huge demonic beast like it was nothing. Come on, move it! Let's go along with him, Mash. Right, I'll bring up the rear, Master. Damn it, the creature are restless today. What'd you guys do to get them so worked up? I don't know. Come on, keep moving. Otherwise, the creature will have you for dinner. Unless the noise attracts a Diablo Tron first. I'm sorry, what's a Diablo-tron? A giant serpent with multiple heads that can wipe out an entire village easy as you like. Don't you guys know anything? Okay, we're here. Oh no. Damn it, the Opportunity are on patrol. They'll collect my kill as taxes. Listen up, don't let any other Yaga see you. They're always looking for more sacrifices for the Opportunity. Opportunity? We gotta find somewhere to hide. Huh? What's with you guys? Aha! I see how it is. The Opportunity are after you guys. Come with me. An enemy of the Opportunity is a friend of mine. I think I can help you out. If you have something to offer in return. Master? Let's ask for his help. You, Kodon, have less pride than I thought. Well, whatever. Let's just take it nice and easy. Hey, if it isn't Paxi! Paxi, try to stay out of sight. Huh? You smell that weird scent too? Is it coming from those two? It's coming from this demonic beast, obviously. Didn't bleed it out properly. No leisure for the poor, huh? You sure you're gonna make it through the winter like that? Guess you're not worried about yourself, huh? Ha ha ha! Nope! I've got plenty stored away. If you ever find yourself running low on food, I'll sell you some on the cheap. But you will have to tell me where your best hunting grounds are. I'll think about it. See you around. Hey, your little friends there wouldn't be with the rebel army, would they? Cause if they are, you know I've gotta report them to the Opportunity, Sauce decree and all. If these guys turn out to be with the rebel army, I'm gonna tell the Opportunity you and I are the best of friends. Come on, cut that out. We're not friends. We barely know each other. You sure about that? Cause we've been having a good, long talk for a while now. Can't you feel everyone else watching us? Damn it! Alright, let's hurry up and get into my house before anyone else comes sniffing around. Good. The Opportunity still don't know you're here. Thank you so much. Don't need your thanks.
Just give me something as compensation. It's all about bartering, right?
Something, huh? What should we do, senpai?
What information surface?
Ah! What the hell is that?
Magecraft-based communication. Since you realize those two are mages, I assume your kind would possess a deep knowledge of magecraft. But judging from your response, it appears that your kind have only heard of magecraft. Am I correct?
Oh, so it's not actually real.
I assure you it is. I am speaking to you in person, albeit from a great distance. Now, as I was saying, if we possess any information that may be of use to you, we are happy to provide it.
Don't suppose you know of any good hunting grounds, do you?
If the location of Kritzchat nest would surface, then yes, we have found a number of them.
Kreetchat's nest, huh? Nice. Those things are pushovers.
Pushovers? Those?
Well, yeah. You can actually kill them, as long as you shoot them or hit them hard enough. Way better than the demonic beast who just won't die.
Very well. I'm prepared to share the locations of the Kreetchat's nest. So first, I would appreciate you telling us everything you know about this place.
Can you tell us your name? My name, huh? They say that if you ever tell a Kodon your name, you'll be cursed.
Excuse me, but what are these Kodon? I can tell you mean us, but beyond that.
It means mage. I've never seen one myself before, but there's a whole bunch of them in the Imperial family, right? Then again, Kodon or not, you don't seem like much of a threat. I doubt you could curse anyone if you tried. I can't curse anyone. Alright, my name's Pax C. Now, who are you guys?
I'm Mashkula.
Sherlock Holmes.
And I'm Soapfrost.
Mash, Sherlock, and Soapfrost, huh? Alright, now what are you guys? If the Opportunity are after you, does that mean you're with the rebel army?
Rebel army? Hang on, we're not.
Maybe I should try asking some questions. Well, are you or aren't you?
First, we have a few questions of our own.
I don't think so. First, you need to answer my.
What year is it right now?
Huh?
Holmes is right. That's the first thing we need to confirm. It is abnormally cold, even for Russia. It can't possibly be the Russia we know. That could mean we're in a different time period, just like the singularities.
I don't know why you're asking such a stupid question. But fine, it's 2020. What about it?
I see. What about that enormous storm? It appears to be nothing so much as a solid wall composed of incredibly powerful wind. Is that normal?
Hell no, it's not. Been living here in Russia for 20 years, and I've never seen anything like it before. Is it true what they say about the world getting closed off?
It would seem that it is. As of right now, the only place we can confirm actually exists is Russia. We came here from beyond Russia to see if we can't do something about it.
Beyond? You mean from outside Russia? I don't know what they're talking about. What could he mean, outside Russia? There is nothing outside Russia. Any land people could live on should be long gone by now. I guess they could be from the boonies. But again, they're not Yaga either. Maybe there really are still other nations out there. Alright, I can tell you got your stuff you're dealing with. But I'm not gonna pry, not looking for friends. So then, why is a bunch of outsiders like you on the outs with the Opportunity?
Unfortunately, your guess is as good as ours. We still don't even know what they really are. That being the case, we would tremendously appreciate if you could tell us. What are the Opportunity?
You're kidding me. How did you survive this long without knowing even that? The Opportunity are brutal hunters. Ivan the Terrible's personal bodyguards.
Ivan? The Terrible?
Wasn't he a Russian Tsar?
Yes, he was. If you know that much, then more detailed explanations can wait.
Wait a moment. Paxi just told us that this is still the year 2020. If it is, why would Ivan the Terrible's bodyguard still be around?
Maybe he's a servant? Huh? A servant? You guys have some pretty bizarre questions. Ivan the Terrible's alive and well. He's been around for almost 500 years, so he's the oldest Yaga of all.
What?
I take it the Yaga are your kind?
That's right. Geez, you outsiders really don't know anything, do you? How the hell do you all survive this long, been this ignorant? You've been living under a rock the last few hundred years or something? Then again, they do say this kind of ignorance is common for mages.
It's kinda true. We don't know much.
So, you really have been living under a rock all this time. Explains why you look like the old species. You do know about the Great Cold Wave that happened 400 years and 50 years ago, right? The new Ice Age, they say, happened after a meteor struck the planet. Once that hit, Earth turned into an ice planet. It got so cold that the old species, the humans, couldn't survive here anymore. They say that none of the other countries were able to handle the cold, so their populations died out. But Russians have always dealt with the cold, so we had it better here. Even so, we still lost about 90% of our population. Hell, we nearly lost a whole damn country. So before that could happen, Ivan the Terrible and the mages developed a plan. We, the Yaga, are the result.
Does that mean you're a mixture of demonic beast and human?
What the? Who are you? And why you're so tiny?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a passing genius, doing as geniuses do. So, the people of Russia were combined with demonic beasts by some kind of mage crap. Do I have that right?
Yeah, got in one. Now that I remember any of it myself, though. I've been a Yaga my whole life. This is my first time ever seeing the old human species.
I see. That explains quite a lot. Thank you, Paxi.
Now, who are you guys anyway?
We're with Chaldea.
Chaldea?
An organization tasked with the preservation of humanity and saving the world.
Now I have even more questions. Basically, we're here to save the world? Huh. Well, ain't that something? So, are you like a bunch of idiots then?
I understand how fantastical that must sound, but I assure you, we are deadly serious.
Well, whatever. Whatever nutty plan you guys got up your sleeve, if it'll shake things up around here, I'm all for it. After all, you're the first outsiders I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, I'll do you a favor and forget I ever heard your nonsense. Just hurry it up with the hunting grounds info.
Very well then. Show me a map, and I will tell you where to go.
You better not be pulling my tail about this. Alright, this is our town here.
So this is Yaga Smolensk, and this city far up to the northeast must be Yaga Moscow. In fact, in that case, this spot here is one of the hunting grounds I discovered earlier.
Just so you guys know, I may hate the opportunity, but I hate liars even more. Now stay put until I get back. Got it?
Don't worry, we'll hold down the fort while you're gone.
Good, but don't go touching my food. I'm saving it all to make it through the winter.
Okay. Looks like he's gone to check out those hunting grounds. By the way, Holmes, can I pick your brain for a moment?
What? What is this place? Why have the humans been combined with demonic beast? That violates one of Magecraft's strictest taboos. Is this what all singularities are like?
It would hardly be unusual for one. What is abundantly clear is that this is not our own history.
Still.
What is it, Master?
Something seems different about this singularity.
Regardless, we now know that the opponent you two must face is Ivan the Terrible. A version of him who has somehow managed to survive for approximately 500 years, strange as that may sound. The Opportunity were indeed Ivan the Terrible's personal bodyguards. Now then, Gordon, allow me to ask you something.
Yes? What is it, Holmes?
Are you certain Opportunity you defeated was not, in fact, human?
Oh yes, absolutely. He dissolved into nothing once I socked him with a good golf punch. From the look of it, I would guess he was a familiar of some sort.
I concur. I too sensed something human about them during my own skirmishes. Originally, the Opportunity were a corps of soldiers established by Ivan the Terrible himself. It is said they dressed completely in black, carried around dog heads and whips made from bristling animal pelts, and only rode black horses. Their job was to eradicate the Tsar's enemies, and it is said they would set upon their opponents like dogs and clean them out as swiftly as the broom gathering dust. They swore absolute loyalty to the Tsar and committed all manner of unspeakable atrocity in his name. But none of them became heroic spirits. As Gordon surmised, they are familiars belonging to Ivan the Terrible.
Did he make them with some sort of skill?
Those are certainly the two most likely possibilities. The terror of the Opportunity rot swept throughout all of Russia after all. It is quite possible that creating them could have become a skill or even noble phantasm he possesses it, and that the Opportunity are still terrorizing all of Russia.
Does that mean Ivan the Terrible is the servant responsible for the attack on Chaldea? Oh right, he isn't a servant. He's flesh and blood, just like Nero was.
Nonetheless, we have far too few options available to us at this point. As such, our first order of business should be securing a ley line.
Well, as luck would have it, I detected something that looked an awful lot like a ley line back when Soapbox and Mash were making their escape with Paxty. Unfortunately, it is quite a ways from your current position. It'd be extremely risky for the two of you to head there alone.
Well, then just have that fur-free tail take you there. There has to be something in it for Pax T. We don't have time to think about what that thing may stand to gain. The moment these creatures combine themselves with demonic beasts, they cease to be human.
Either way, we should wait for Paxty to come back. We may not be able to convince him to take us, but maybe he'll at least tell us about the safe path.
Looks like I found myself a real bunch of weirdos. I'd only ever heard about old species in legends. Seeing how weak they are in person, it's a wonder they survived as long as they did. I guess, technically, they're our ancestors. Maybe that's why I never thought to eat them. I can always eat them, defend them. I can always leave them to fend off for themselves if they don't have anything to offer. But it looks like they know a whole bunch of good hunting grounds. And more than anything, they're new. I've never seen anything like them before in my life. Most Yaga wouldn't be comfortable with that, but oddly enough, it doesn't bother me at all. I know it's things like that put me at odds with the other Yaga. Oftentimes, I'll find myself thinking, asking my questions like, why do we have to be strong? Why is it wrong to be weak? And why? Why are we always starving for something, never feeling satisfied? Whenever anyone hears me, they just laugh. They tell me I'm a fool and ask why I would waste my time thinking about meaningless crap. I know it's meaningless just as much as anyone. I wish I could stop myself from thinking about these things too, but... Hey, Paxty! Hey, Paxty! What is it? Are you going hunting? So what if I am? Sorry, but those hunting grounds belong to the town. Why do you think I only hunt the strays? Those stray demonic beasts belong to the town too. Not that any are straying off anyway, since that spot's been closed down. Is that so? Fine, I'll just have to find somewhere else to hunt, won't I? I glared at the jackass as I turned around and headed off in the opposite direction from the sealed off hunting grounds. It's not just him. The other Yaga are all keeping their eyes on me too, making sure I don't go messing up their territory. Some demonic beasts are easier to hunt than others. The creature tend to be on the harder side, since they'll keep calling them in reinforcements until you're overwhelmed. But there are some places it's manageable. Like, say, a ravine that leads to a dead end. Somewhere the other creature can hear their pack mates' cries for help. Yaga had taken advantage of that and set up hunting grounds that make it easy to harvest demonic beasts. It may not compare to what I hear the old times were like when they used to breed enough domesticated beasts on farms for everyone to eat. But nowadays, hunting grounds like that, where you can hunt in safety and rest easy knowing the beast will multiply again over time, are lifelines for us. Which is why it only takes getting labeled as a weakling once for everything to go south. It doesn't take long for a Yaga to die if we don't get enough to eat. And this town is ruthless about seeing the runt of the litter cut loose. The whole town makes it to a point to eliminate nearby villagers, curry favor with the Tsar, and Koto to the Opujiniki. They know about the Yaga's ironclad law, that only the strong may eat, and maliciously use it against us. I know I'm skating on thin ice myself, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't defy the Tsar. I've got no choice but to run from the Opujiniki. But if these humans I've met really are mages, and they really do end up saving the world, maybe that will help this constant ache in my chest go away, even a little. Of course, I still don't know if I can even trust them. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll be damned. I can't remember the last time I killed this many. With a haul like this, I could still scrape by even after they picked me clean for taxes. Paxdi! Paxdi? Alright. What is it? You're looking flush today, aren't you? This is about my taxes, right? Here, take it. Yup, that takes care of you. But what about your mother's taxes? Hey, it's no fur off my snout. Your old lady's not pulling her weight anymore anyway. And you know as well as I do that this town doesn't need any Yaga who can't hunt. Honestly, I don't even know why you bother paying her a share. It doesn't make a damn lick of sense. None of your business. Here, this is my mother's share. This town has no use for my mother anymore. She's well aware of that. So all she does now is wait around to die. Waiting for the time when she finally starves to death. Who is it? Here, some meat. I'll just leave it here.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how I can repay you.
Don't worry about it.
My husband and son will be home soon. Why don't you stay and eat with us?
No thanks. She doesn't even recognize my face anymore. They say it happens a lot once a Yaga gets up there in years. They say their memories get fuzzy, so they start clinging to them more and more until they end up living the rest of their lives in a fantasy world. There's no point in keeping my mom alive anymore. I should just let her die and become one with the earth. It's not like she'll be any help to me while she's still kicking. Only the strong have a right to eat, and she hasn't been strong for a long time. So then, why do I keep helping her like this? I'm back. Your info was good. Brought into my biggest haul in ages. Hard to believe it was that good a hunting spot right near that town that nobody ever noticed before. Thanks to your tip, I've still got a bunch left over even after paying my taxes. Though I did get a few snide remarks about my haul.
Snide remarks?
It's a long story. Never mind that. What other hunting grounds have you got for me? Hurry up and tell me so I can go check it out. Gotta hunt while I've still got the energy.
Of course. Very well then. I imagine you may not have much of a response to this next question, but I must ask nonetheless. What can you tell us about that mysterious tree?
If anything, I was hoping you guys could tell me that. What the hell is that thing?
Do you remember when it first appeared?
About 3 months ago, I'd say. Everyone was all excited when it first showed up, saying it was a miracle to saw it perform for us, but it never actually gave us anything useful. The Opportunican reacted to it either, so all I really know is that it's just a big damn tree. Are we done now? Cause I want to check out those other hunting grounds while...
Just a moment. Now that we know the full extent of the situation, I'm afraid that information was insufficient.
Ah, come on. I don't have anything else I can trade you. Unless you're after my gun, and you can have that over my dead body.
No, it's not that. We want a kite.
A kite?
All you have to do is collect some materials. I can tell you what we need right now, if you like. Now that I have a clear picture of yours people's technological and cultural progress, I am quite certain you should have little trouble finding them.
Alright, as long as I don't have to leave town.
Thank you. I commend your decisiveness. Good show, Paxi.
What do you want with the kite, Holmes? Shouldn't we have traded for food first? The pudgiest one is right. It's been too long since I had a decent cut of roast beef.
Not at all. Food's crucial too, of course. But as they say, safety first. That is what you're going for, right, Holmes?
Indeed, it will require a bit of brute strength, but we will be taking a page from Benjamin Franklin's book.
I see where you're going with this. So, you want to connect to the briefcase?
I do.
Wait, are you trying to generate power?
Precisely. If you are to summon servants again, you will need that Spirit Urgent briefcase, power, and a ley line.
That's barbaric. Why, it's downright primitive.
Not at all. That briefcase was originally designed to be usable even in eras without electricity. Alright, all Sopras need to make use of it is draw a summoning circle on a ley line and wait for a single bolt of lightning to strike.
Man, I really am a genius, aren't I? I doubt there's anyone else in all of history who could have made the summoning system this streamlined. Ah, being me is so awesome.
Alright, so when is the next thunderstorm?
Our forecast says tomorrow. Suffice to say that time is not on our side. I'm afraid we must get this kite ready to fly before the end of the day. Now then, Mr. Sopras, have you ever made a kite before?
Not even once.
I suspected as much. That you did not secretly while away the hours making kites was not a difficult deduction to make. But not to worry, Da Vinci and I are both here to help. If our interests hadn't led us elsewhere, we could easily have been professional toy makers in our own right.
Thanks. Here you go. They were all real easy to find. Now, are you going to tell me about those other hunting grounds?
Of course, I am pleased to make an equitable trade.
This one's far. Probably take me a day to get there. Alright, you guys stay put. Don't go outside, and don't eat anything besides the food I gave you. Good luck. Man, feels weird getting a send-off.
Alright then, now it's time for arts and crafts. Remember, without this kite, you will not be able to summon servants. It is no exaggeration that the very fate of the world hinges upon this kite. This may be the most important arts and crafts project in the human of mankind. No pressure.
No, not that one. That one. Yes, you're supposed to cut that one. No, not there. Ugh, this is so frustrating. I'm sorry, Da Vinci, but it's not always easy to understand what you mean.
No, not there. How is the kite supposed to fly if you cut that?
No, that's correct. The next cut needs to be on the opposite side.
Really? I never knew there was so much to kite making. I always thought you just stuck some poles to fabric like a tent, and the whole thing just flies.
Here's some water, Senpai. Just relax and take it nice and easy. I have to say though, this is kind of fun. I only hope it ends up flying well. I can bend the wire we're using for the kite's frame Senpai. I am a demi-servant after all. Don't be silly. In your normal form, you're even weaker than Sophros is. Oh, right. That took a lot longer than I thought it would.
Well, this is an unfortunate turn of events. I can already hear the rumble of thunder nearby. The kite's design should be fine, but we still know whether it will fly in this world. The world is enveloped by a raging storm after all. There's no telling how violently the winds may be blowing at high added altitudes. Nonetheless, the kite's frame should be sturdy enough to accommodate extreme conditions. At this point, we have done all we can.
Alright.
Great, that was the last part. It might have been a long and winding road to get here, but at least we got here. Now, for the most important touch. What sort of picture should we draw on it?
Damn it, Da Vinci. I'm a master, not an artist.
What? But I was all set to paint a Vitruvian good enough to put on the Voyager.
Stop that! You're fighting the locals half to death! Just scribble some ASCII expression on it and be done with it!
Well now, I'm impressed you know about that. True, it is important to retain one's sense of playfulness. Miss Curli, would you do the honors of drawing something?
Of course, art design is one of my specialities. Don't worry, Master. I'll make sure it's a glamorous kite that will make everyone suit up and take notice.
Well, it's certainly one of a kind.
I'm sorry. I did my best to convert your face into an Elucidian plane, Senpai, but I'm afraid it didn't go so well.
I like it. It has a unique charm about it, and it should serve to ward off evil spirits. Now, you best be on your way. I'm afraid we don't have time to wait for Pax G to return.
I'll leave him a note letting him know where we are. Okay, Master, let's sneak out of here. There are a lot more people. I mean, Yaga here than I thought to be. Huh? What was that sound?
Anastasia. Where are you? Anastasia.
I am here.
My side. Oh, it's Ivan Terrell.
Ah, my empress, my beloved wife. Tell me, is Russia at peace?
Of course it is, my Tsar. The Opportunity are fighting hard all throughout the land in order to spread your glory far and wide. Please, rest and do not be troubled.
I see. So Russia is at peace. That makes 200 years of peace in Russia. What about the outside? I must spread my glory beyond Russia's borders. I must share it with those from other lands who can only shiver in the cold, waiting for their ends. Tell me, how fares Europe and the Far East?
They too are at peace, my Tsar. Europe has bowed to your will, and negotiations in the Far East are proceeding apace. The war is over, and Russia will have their allegiance soon.
I see. That is good. No, that is not good at all. Peace alone is not enough. I must press onward with renewed vigor and expand my domain. I must unite the world and ensure its happiness.
Amadeus.
Oh,
What?
very well.
Amadeus Alter? What is it? Very well.
So sleepy. Am I dreaming?
Good night, my Tsar. May your repose be blessed with sweet dreams.
Did you get Ivan's attack under control?
Yes, he is sleeping soundly now. thank you, Mozart's piano. Even though the Tsar is from the Lost Belt, the musical arts seem to have an oddly powerful effect over him. I'm even feeling a bit sleepy myself now.
Good. We need him to stay asleep for the time being. We can't have him finding out what's really going on and heading out on a campaign. That'd be the worst possible scenario. We must first be certain that his rule extends throughout the Lost Belt before we do anything else.
Then I will entrust him to Amadeus for a while and deal with the rebels myself. The mere thought that there is a rebellion taking place fills me with revulsion.
No, not an option. There's no way Amadeus alone can keep the Tsar pacified. If he starts really acting up, even I couldn't say what might happen. And I can't stand that. As much as is possible, I want to eliminate any chance of surprise from my plan. When I need your help, I'll make sure to call for you after the Tsar has been safely secured.
As you wish. You are my master, and I am your servant. I will trust in your judgment.
Thanks. That'll be a big help.
Pardon me. I hope I'm not interrupting your pillow talk. Come on, Kirei. Why are you here?
I'd watch your tongue if I were you, Metropolitan Mauritius. Mascarius.
Alright.
You may be the Tsar's mentor, but I am still a member of the imperial family, and I will not be tolerating such uncouth remarks.
You wound me, Grand Duchess. I have nothing but the highest respect for every member of the Russian imperial family. No matter what sort of family they may be, or what sort of end the Grand Duchess may have yet met.
How dare you!
Wait, both of you, stand down. I don't want to see any infighting. We don't have time for it anyway. Father, your job is to placate the Tsar, right? Then quit following the Grand Duchess around and hurry up with the repairs to the cathedral. Or do you have something urgent to tell us? Did something happen with one of the other Lost Belts? Of course, this is very urgent, Crypto number 1. Today is your lucky day. You finally have a chance to prove yourself in battle. You're kidding me. They already showed up? They have. There's been a disturbance on the outskirts. Their shadow border has emerged here in our own Russia. We haven't pinpointed their exact location yet, though. Still, this is their first Lost Belt. It will take them at least several days to fully comprehend how this world works. I believe now would be the perfect time to eliminate them, while they are still regaining their balance. I don't want to leave the Tsar's side right now. I'll let the Opportuniki handle them. Besides, Konyanskaya's the one who let them get away in the first place. Why not make her take care of them? Well, are you gonna do it yourself? That might give you a chance to be useful for a change. Oh no, I couldn't. Unfortunately, the Tsar's condition worries me as well, so I would much rather not stray too far from Yaga Moscow. As for Miss Konyanskaya, she may well be to blame for this little predicament, but she too is quite hard at work at the moment. I believe her work is of a rather private nature. It is very much in line with her hobbies. Hobbies? She's supposed to be leading the Opportuniki. What else could she be up to?
Kadak, I'm told that woman has been going around disturbing food to the Yaga at exorbitant prices. So exorbitant that they're forced to rob their neighbors of everything they have to even have a hope of purchasing it.
I can't believe her. We come all this way, and she's still going around picking on the weak. Father, I don't like you, but I can understand you. I believe you are genuinely dedicated to keeping Russia safe from harm. But Konyanskaya, I can't make heads or tails of what she's thinking of, or what she really wants to do. I mean, unlike you, she can come and go between Lost Belts whenever she pleases, right? Then why can't we make her go on to that one that's a little more civilized? She doesn't need to stick around at this destitute world like this one. I'm afraid not. She's not one to change her behavior, no matter where she finds herself. In one sense, her actions stem from a love for humanity.
That includes driving the weak into tight spots, sneering at them, and stepping on them. She will never oppose us, or the cryptors. It's best to think of her as a typical mercenary who will get the job done, as long as you can pay for her services. All that said, I do agree that she has been acting a little too freely. Very well then, I will speak to her and tell her to restrain herself while she is here in Russia. That should ensure she follows your commands as well. Does that suit you, Master of the Grand Duchess? Fine with me. If she's gonna call herself a mercenary, I won't hesitate to use her like one. The Opportuniki aren't gonna die as long as Ivan keeps dreaming. Tell Kanyaskaya to make sure she finishes off Chaldea's leftovers for good this time. They are only human, so they're bound to stop by a town sooner or later. Have her keep an eye on the major ones and take them out as soon as she finds them. Understood. I really must point out, though, how terrible a thing that is for you to say of your former comrades, Kadak Zemlupus. And here I thought you were a kinder soul than that. Have these last few months been hard for you? Perhaps you should follow the Tsar's example and get some sleep yourself. I'll admit I've been pushing myself past my limits, but I'm still the same guy I always was. Like you said, Chaldea's people are my former comrades. Emphasis on former. Now, as the only master in Russia, in this Lostbelt, my goal is to ensure it comes out on top. I'm gonna pull up something as master from proper human history never could. I have to. Well, it's good to see you're in such high spirits. Pushing oneself too hard is a privilege afforded only to the young, after all. Rest assured, you have my full support. Kadak Zemlupus, I have nothing but respect for your aspirations, and for your determination. But I will offer one piece of advice. He who does not love himself can never save the world. If I were you, I would think long and hard about where that hostility of yours comes from. Hostility, huh? So he's basically telling me to get over myself and accept that they're my rivals? The hell they are. They just got lucky that...
You mustn't say things you don't really mean, Kadak. Even if you're only bluffing, lies like that will only eat away at you. Kadak, you weren't able to save the world. That is simply a fact, and one you must accept. They accomplished something you could not. That is why you must take advantage of this new opportunity to show everyone what you can really do. This is your opportunity to show them how strong you truly are. To demonstrate why you are a cryptor. Why you are one of those who were originally meant to save the world.
I know. Believe me, I know.
Jesus Christ, such a fucking long story right there. I wish they could have just split up this part right here instead of just having it be like this. We acquire that new mystic codes. Chaldea uniform, Arctic. Right. Thanks for that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna check on my phone, my daily login as well. Yaga, Smolensk. Alright. Yaga. No battle. Okay. Oh, this better not be that long too as well. There are a lot more people. I mean, Yaga here than I thought they'd be. They'd be okay. Huh? Who was that sound? Maybe we should just stay put. True, we probably should, but what if we just got close enough to see what's going on, while making sure to stay out of sight? Great, then let's keep our heads low and sneak over. I just nodded, saying like, It looks like someone's handing out food. They're certainly all lining up for something. Oh no, you again. What? Hello again, my little Yaga. Congratulations on making it through another day in your miserable lives. It's so sad, isn't it? No matter how hard you work, you can never save enough to live on or hope to move up in the world. But don't worry, your cute little guardian angel is here to help you all survive this horribly dark, dreadful blizzard. Don't be shy. Come on up and take a gander at my look. Good. There's nothing NFF services can't provide, whether it's food, medical equipment, or even prohibited goods like alcohol. That's...
That voice. The one positively dripping with honey atop ice cream atop even more honey. Both of you, hide! Watch from as far away as possible. Do not approach under any circumstances. Not unless you want to get ensnared in a honey trap like I was.
That's the most convincing thing he's ever said. Welcome to TV Konyaskaya's Honey Kitchen. Now open for business. Hello and good day, all you lovely customers. I do appreciate your knowingly patronizing my cruel little establishment. Oh yes, I know all about how hard it is being a Yaga. You have very hardy bodies. So hardy, in fact, that you're practically immortal. But the trade-off is that you burn through calories at a tremendous rate. Really, you all die so comically quickly if you aren't eating about 10 times the food a good, old-fashioned human will. You might say that Yaga traded the ability to survive extreme cold for truly shoddy energy efficiency. At any rate, if you don't get enough calories here in Russia, you soon end up a Yaga sicko. But fortunately, I've come all the way from Yaga Moscow to help you survive. Now come on, don't be shy. Empty your wallets and prostrate yourselves before you save your goddesses.
So, the human's back again, huh? Damn it. How dare she mock us like that? Hey, shut your damn mouth! Do you want her to start making us jump through impossible hoops again? At least, pretend like you're grateful to her. Yeah, her methods aside, at least she's helping us. Hi, Miss Konyanskaya. I'd like to buy some food, please. Is everything okay, Miss Konyanskaya?
How sad. How truly, truly sad. You, Yaga, must have pyroshki for brains. How could you possibly forget the proper way to address your owner? It's Mistress Konyanskaya's peons! I swear, your minds are as frail as your bodies are ugly. You're completely lacking in tact and have not a shred of decorum. What an achingly dull world you ended up with. I don't know what your leader was thinking, combining humans with animals. Now, you've lost the innocence of the latter and the brains of the former. All you managed to do is cancel out the good bits of either half of you, and you have the gall to call yourselves a new species just because you can barely eke out an existence here. What a joke!
What was that? Hey, you! I don't care if you're one of the Tsar's personal guard. Nobody talks about us like that and gets away with it. The Tsar himself came up with our demonic beast transformation policy. Oh. The only ones who would criticize it are traitorous rebel. Gah! Huh? No way.
Oh. That scares me right there. I was like, jump scare.
What?
See what happens when you oppose me? So sorry about that, my little Yaga. My opportunity are special, you see? They're a type that reacts instantly if I get just the teeniest bit upset. So be sure to watch your language.
But, Miss Konyanskaya, just now, you were the one who was...
Oh, do my ears deceive me? Or are you the second-rate moron with the death wish of the day?
No, I'm not. Forgive me, Mistress Konyaskaya.
There we go. I knew you could do it. Now, let's get down to business. Since your food shortage problem keeps getting worse, I made sure to bring twice as much as last time. Go ahead and load up on anything you like. There's plenty to go around.
Alright, as long as you get more food. Huh? What's with these prizes?
Yes. 1 cut of Creechat shoulders meat. That'll be 500,000 rubles, please.
That's 3 times more expensive than last time. And we couldn't even afford the prices back then. This isn't helping us at all. It used to be as long as we obeyed the Tsar's laws, he'd provided us with the minimum amount of food we needed to get by. But now we have to trade everything we've got down to our furniture. And if that wasn't bad enough, the prices keep going up every damn time. You're bleeding us dry for everything we've got. Why are you torturing us like this?
Oh my. I don't like the sound of that. Is that an incipient riot I smell? Well, as a Tsar personal guard, I guess I better do something about that, hadn't I? Perhaps you can try another way of resolving the food shortages then.
Wait, please. We're not looking for trouble. It's just, with prices like these, you might as well be telling us to die. Could you at least put them back to what they were last time? That way, we should just be able to pay. Please, Mistress Konyaskaya, I'm begging you.
I wish I could help you, now that you're finally wishing up a bit. But I can't. Sorry. What you see is what you get. Prices may go up, but they never go down. That's NFF Service's most sacred rule. Besides, you aren't really incapable of paying, right? I know you've still got room to fall back on.
Room to? I promise you, we don't. This is all we...
Don't be silly. You've still got plenty to work with. You've stamina to waste arguing with me. You've got plenty of nerve, letting the rebels remain at large. And you've got a friend right there next to you. One with just as much money to spare. Isn't it the Yaga way to take from the weak? Besides, I said it myself earlier. Oh god. There's more than one way to resolve a food shortage.
Huh? So that's the way it is, huh? Since you're telling us this, and you're one of the Tsar's personal guard, if I go along with this, I won't get in trouble?
Nope! I couldn't care less about silly ethical concerns you pathetic little things might have.
Huh? Hey! Don't tell me you're just giving up! Come on! Give her a piece of your... Don't worry, I'm not. Let us go get us some food together. You, me, and your money.
What? They just kill each other.
Why would they do something like that?
At least we avoided being spotted. Konyanskaya just left with the wagon, along with the Yaga who collapsed when their friend struck with them in the head.
Mash, Subfrost, none of you looks or sounds particularly happy about that. Tell me what happened, as briefly as possible. Broad strokes will suffice.
Konyanskaya, the woman who attacked Chaldea, was distributing food to the townspeople. But it looked like she was charging them prices high enough that she was really just extorting them. Eventually, the Yaga started arguing to her about the prices, and then a fight broke out among them, and only half of the Yaga there ended up receiving food. I think the other half were probably
killed? By their friends? Do you mean the ones who acquire food did so by stealing a friend's money?
Even if she was attempting to reduce the numbers, that is a needlessly cruel way to do so. I suppose calling half the population will help the remaining Yaga, as there are few mouths to feed, but...
Hey, spare me your cold-blooded analysis. The point is that Konyanskaya is a demon dressed as a woman. Subfrost, as of right now, you have no means of fighting back. Had Konyanskaya seen you just now, you would be dead, just like I would be. Of course, in my case, I turn a few of the opportunity into goo with my golf punch magecraft. But a third rate, no, a pale imitation of a mage like yourself would have no chance. Lucky for you, you had some shadows to cower in. That suited you far better than mage's outfit. In that sense, you did well. I understand how you must feel, so you did well to stay out of sight regardless.
Director Gordov?
Still, what a wretched stroke of luck to learn that Konyaskaya is here in Russia as well.
I'll say, and on top of that, she's a 7. These magical energy readings don't lie. She must have been concealing that in Chaldea, but she obviously isn't bothering to hear. She must be working for Kristaria, for the cryptors.
So that priest is most likely a servant as well, since it was clearly there as Konyaskaya's equal. Nonetheless,
What is it, Mr. Holmes? Are you concerned by the astounding lack of judgment that Mr. Gordov showed by unwittingly bringing both Konyaskaya and Father Kutomi into Chaldea?
I'll have you know, I'm the greatest victim in all this. Have you not a shred of consideration? Sulfrost, what have you been teaching your charge that makes her think it's okay to backtalk to her superiors? That said, she said it was such a straight face only makes it all the more painful.
in Konyaskaya's case, you're quite right, Miss Q-Light. Gordov was undoubtedly lax in his vetting, but so too was Konyaskaya's disguise immaculate. But the same cannot be said for Father Kutomi. He was a genuine clergyman, sent in official capacity by the Holy Church. As such, Gordov had no advanced contact with him, and thus cannot be held liable. I believe Father Kutomi and Konyaskaya must have first met in person, on the boat to Chaldea in Antarctic. Isn't that right, Director?
Yes, that's right. I'm quite certain he was absent from most of my meetings.
In which case, they must have executed a plan via a network we have no means of learning about. We shall need to investigate that soon. Now then, Da Vinci, Mr. Sulfrost, although untimely, there is something else I must tell you. There is no man by the name of Kutomi Kiwe employed by the Holy Church. Or at least, there was no one by that name on the 2019 list of the church clergy.
Really? Then does that mean the name Kutomi Kiwe is made up?
No, someone by that name did in fact exist at one time. However, according to Chaldea's records, Kutomi Kiwe died in Japan in 2004.
So basically, he's a zombie. Has that sucker punching backstabber actually been a pseudo-servant all this time? Or maybe he's a servant that's basically heroic spirit possessing a dead body. Well, is that sort of thing even possible?
I wish I could say for certain that there is no heroic spirit who can be summoned using a dead body as its host. But it is very possible that there are certain heroic spirits who may only be summonable as pseudo-servants using a dead body for a host. However, this information can at least lay that theory to rest. The Holy Church report says the following. Kutomi Kiwi's body was completely incinerated at the time of his death, making recovery impossible. In other words, Father Kutomi's body no longer exists, at least not in our world.
Then does that mean...
That is a possibility, but at this point, that is all it is. We still have far too little information to theorize any further.
Well, I thought I smelled something delicious. Do I detect some adorable little rats hiding out in this back alley? I do wish I could let you get away, but now that I've found you, I certainly can't do that. Now, can I? Especially not after Kutomi just told me to squash any repulsive insects I happen to find. Oh. Hello, my little Chaldeans. Congratulations on making it back alive. I must applaud your luck and sheer tenacity.
Konyaskaya!
Master, get back! Ah, look at you, bravely trying to keep your master safe. But you really should know better, Mash. If you're going to act like you can fight, you better be ready for your enemy to call your bluff. Consider your current situation, your abilities, your precision. You may be okay with dying yourself, but what about the boy behind you? At times like this, the best thing you can do is throw away your pride and roll over like the dog you are.
We'll never roll over for you.
Just kidding. It's hilarious seeing you flailing around so desperately, Frost. Luckily for you, I'm still not done with my work for today, and I like to do one job at a time. So I won't come looking for you until tomorrow. Killing you now would go against my principles. So for today, I'll be generous and let you go off on your merry way. Besides, I expect that'll make things more interesting down the road. After all, it's not fair for Kadok to have all the advantage. We should give you at least something of a fighting chance. First, you destroyed Chaldea, and now you want to pit Senpai against Kadok and the others?
Calm down, Mash.
But... That's right. I'm gonna have you and the Cryptos kill each other so fast. That's what we've been working towards all this time. It would be a huge disappointment if all that build-up were to fizzle out at the very first Cryptor. Good grief, I trust you're listening in, Sherlock Holmes. How could you let them go out without any protection whatsoever? Shouldn't you be way more cautious? If any other servants have been assigned to Russia instead of me, your little journey will be over now.
I never thought I would see an enemy servant concerned for opposition. Although, the other servants you say? Would you mind giving us any more hints while you're at it? What is your true name? Who is your master? How many of you are there? And furthermore, what is the singularity really called?
That's more like it. It's not worth crushing you unless you put up a decent fight. You did put one over on me back at Chaldea. After all, next time I see you, I'll have to pay you back double. Oh, and unfortunately for you, I won't be offering up any more hints. I've been working my fingers to the bone over the past year to get everything ready. You'll just have to figure out whatever you don't just know for yourselves. Our leader has come from far, far away and is intentionally staying out of the spotlight right now.
Aren't you a Russian servant?
Oh, that? You mean you can't tell? Just because I'm your enemy doesn't mean I'm an ally to Russia. To Kadok Zemlumpus. In the end, the Yaga are another branch of human evolution. That makes them very much an object of hatred for me. So I exploit them as brutally and thoroughly as I can. It's my life's work. I enjoy it and take it seriously. Besides, the whole notion of a societal structure that exploits the poor was something you humans came up with, wasn't it? Oh, but violence is bad. We don't want that now, do we? I may have made use of military force back at Chaldea, but only because I have no other choice. Normally, I wouldn't resort to such barbarism. If I had a year or so to carry all this out, I would have made sure you all ended up killing each other much more peacefully. Resorting to something as brutish as violence to destroy what you detest is the height of human folly. Your kind brought destruction down upon your own head. I have no plans to stoop to your level. So, there you have it. I won't lay the finger on you. I've already fulfilled His Imperial Majesty. I've been the terrible's request to eliminate the biggest threat, Chaldeas. Controlling the Opportunity now is just a bit of after-sales service. If you're going to fight this Cryptor, I'll let him command the Opportunity instead. So, you're saying you have no intention of fighting us here? Because we're completely powerless? That you're going to let us go? Because we're not worth your time? That's right. Nice to see you finally understand, Mash. I'm impressed you were able to face the fact you really didn't want to. So I'll tell you what. In honor of that show of earnestness and loyalty, I really will let you off the hook this time. Truth be told, I was planning to gobble you both up right after you let your guard down. Wait. That's it. That's the way, Mash. So fast. Don't fight an opponent you can't beat. That's the first law of the jungle. Since you're such a smart boys and girls, I'll go ahead and make you a promise. If you manage to survive Russia, I'll be sure to come see you again. When I do, we can hash things out. Mano a mano. Keep on scurrying around like that little rat you are until then, okay? I'm an advisor to the cryptos, you see. As long as you keep on your little journey, we will meet again. Enemy servant. Is this really the energy signature of a servant? Regardless, I've lost that wicked magical energy signature. I'm sorry, Master. I wanted to do something about her, but I couldn't.
We just have to bear with it for now, Mash. Just for now.
I know, but, well, now that I've calmed down, I have so many questions. Why did she reveal herself to us?
Maybe it was a warning?
What was that scream?
This is very bad. I understand how angry you both must be on seeing Chaulia's destructor, but I need you both calm down. Calm. It seems things have taken a turn for the worse in that town. Make your way back to Paxie's house immediately and mind your surroundings.
Understood. Okay, Master, let's keep out of sight.
Please forgive me! Please forgive me! O light of the Tsar! Everyone in this town is a good, upstanding Yaga who loves and worships the Tsar. Nobody here would ever think of defying him! I admit that my brother tried to join the rebel army, and you opportunistically executed him for that! But that has nothing to do with me, and I don't know anything about any mage! Glory to the Tsar! Glory to the Tsar! As his servants, it is our job to crush the seeds of rebellion quickly before they can take root. Therefore, we have confiscated your belongings and burned down your house. This is the fate for all who will oppose the emergency prerogative. You can't be serious? We will ask the questions. Where is the mage? I told you, I don't know any mage! Then that is proof you do not fully understand the glory of the Tsar. Break him. Kill him. No! Please! I'm begging you!
Master!
Wait, I know someone! I know someone who defies the Tsar! His name is Paxi! Paxi?
Come to think of it, they did seem to be treating him a bit strangely.
There's something shady about him, and his father was killed for defying you guys. He's been real flush lately, too. He must be selling information to the rebel army. He's the one who with the traitorous rebel army. Hey, are you kidding me with this shit?
Paxi! Why do you have to show up now?
Who are you calling me? Who are you calling a traitor? You! Everyone knows you're with the rebel army. Right, guys? You bastard! Then how do you explain that? How? All the town's hunting grounds are sealed off, but you managed to pay your taxes and still have food to spare. That's all the proof we need. Alright, I did my part. So long, Paxi! You are a member of the rebel army. You stand in defiance of the Tsar. You lack respect for the Tsar. Those who turn their backs on the Tsar's glory will be tortured until they have confessed their sins, then executed. Do not resist. Oh yeah? Watch me! He shot him. He shot him! Paxi just openly defied the Tsar! Ah, shit. Treasonous action confirmed. Normally you would be eliminated. Okay. See that? That is what happens when you go flying off the handle without thinking ahead. Still, I must commend him for this timing. This will be an excellent distraction. Now then, Silfrost, I trust you know what to do next. Head to the ley line while the Opportuniki are preoccupied with that beast.
I'm ready, Master.
Let's do this.
Right.
Huh? Why would you do that?
I understand your confusion, Gordog, but this is simply how Chaldea rolls, as they say. I do hope you will learn to accept it. Rest assured that endeavors like this are far from fruitless. They may be fraught with risk, but the returns more than make up for it.
That's right. This is the ship we're all on. Besides, this will all help save his life. Alright, Silfrost, grab Paxi and get out of there. If you don't do something, he's gonna keep fighting with the Opportuniki until they kill him. I think so too. If it comes down to it, then It's not gonna come down to that, Mash.
Treasonous action confirmed. Normally you will be eliminated. At the moment, Captain Konyanskaya is handling our actions, our protocol, and our pay. We cannot carry out any executions without her approval, so instead, we will crush your limbs to neutralize you.
Paxi!
Huh? What are you guys doing here?
We'll explain later. Please, follow us. We know a surefire escape route.
What's with her? She doesn't have any fur. She's like Mistress Konyanskaya. Is that Kodon everyone's been talking about? What are you? Rebels have no right to speak. Hold your tongue. Damn it all!
Let's go. There's too many of them.
You think I don't know? Wait. You guys fought the Opportuniki before, haven't you?
Yes, we have. So we know full well how quickly they move. Don't worry. I know we can get away.
Indeed. However, know that if you follow our suggestion, you will no longer be able to return to this town. If that is acceptable to you, you will have our full support in making your escape. How about it?
Why would that matter to him? You saw how the other creatures ratted on him. You there, you've been on the outs with this town for some time now, haven't you? Surely you can't possibly have any lingering attachments. Even still, Colluder spotted. The captain must hear of this at once, requesting authorization for execution. Damn it. Alright, I'll come with you. Now, hurry up and lead the way, Silfrost. You don't want to get shot in the back, do you?
Woo, woo!
Good, you managed to escape the town. I'm glad to see no one was hurt.
We made it. Yes, Senpai's plans to knock things over in the alley to slow the pursuit worked wonders.
Yeah, it was like something out of an old Japanese samurai movie. The kind where the hero escaped by periodically stopping to cut down one of the bad guys. Though of course, you see that kind of thing in the London slums all the time too.
Good thing the Opportuniki never tried to shoot you. You probably wouldn't have made it out otherwise. I don't know what happened, but I guess there must have been some sort of mistake in the chain of command.
Indeed, we should all be grateful for this stroke of good luck. For now, I'm afraid you must keep moving. I put up a beacon at your destination. Miss Curley, would you mind showing Pact C?
Of course. Here, Pact C.
I see. So, it's a top-down map of a mountain. It's tough to tell what's what with all these bumps. Oh, I get it. It's showing the mountain's elevation changes. That's pretty nice.
That red light is your destination. Once you arrive at the mountain path, I would like you to lead the way. A map can only tell you so much after all. As you are a local, we will have to place our trust in your knowledge of the region. Naturally, I would like you to avoid any areas where demonic beasts are known to appear. And do remember that we are under pursuit.
Yeah, I got it. Come on, Silfrost. Mash, let's get going. Although, Now that I think about it, I get the feeling you guys been pulling my strings this whole time. A lot of people really hate your guts, don't they?
That they do. Especially good, honest people like yourself.
Okay. Icy Cavern. Support only? Okay. Oh, I know where I'm just looking at wiki. I don't feel anyone staring daggers into my back anymore. Looks like we finally lost our Puchiniki. Damn it! Why did this have to happen to me?
I'm so sorry. This is all our fault. We didn't know anything about this place, but we still had you take us into your house.
Knock it off. Just forget about that. I wasn't thinking straight either. This is what I get for jumping at a chance to strike it rich without thinking it through. It's my fault as much as yours, so that makes us even. There's one thing I still don't get. Why didn't you use me as a decoy and run off when you had the chance? We still haven't returned the favor you did us. Are you all humans as stupid as you guys? Times like that, you're supposed to let the other guy take the fall. But you guys just couldn't keep your noses out of it, huh? I mean, it's not like me dying's gonna make any difference to your survival. Indeed, the Beastman is exactly right. You're nothing but a defective demi-servant and a useless, third-rate master. That's why I told you to stay out of sight instead of getting into fights you can't win. Sorry for everything. You're a weird one, aren't you? Or is that just how all mages are? The Yaga way of life is simple. Only the strong get to eat.
Oh, but surely the weak serve a purpose as well, by providing meat for the strong to consume? That is typically the law of the jungle, after all.
Not for us. For us, the weak aren't even worth eating. Every Yaga knows that. Man, you mages really throw me off my game.
I assure you, most mages would make the same choice you would under those circumstances. The one there with you now is the odd man out. He is motivated primarily by his emotions rather than what he stands to gain or lose.
God damn it. Guess I'll just have to lay low in some other town until RPG can forget about me. Hell, at this point, maybe I really will join the rebel army.
The rebel army, I remember hearing them mentioned before. I presume they are a group who takes issue with Ivan the Terrible's reign?
That's right. Word has it they've been around in some form or another for the last 450 years. Sometimes it was nobles fighting. Sometimes it was normal folk who'd run out of food. But whoever it is, it almost always ends with the Orpujiniki slaughtering them. Though nowadays it sounds like they're still putting up a good fight. I also heard a strange rumor about them. Yeah, I remember now. They say their leader is a lady archer who still looks like one of the old humans before Ivan's reign began. An archer class servant? I don't much care for bows myself, though I guess they can work decently against some of the larger demonic beasts.
If she really is a 7, we definitely need to meet her and see if she can help us. At the very least, she's already fighting Ivan the Terrible, so it's safe to assume that our goals are already closely aligned. And if she's a rogue 7, so much the better. 7s can't reach their full potential without Master, after all. If you tempt her with a contract, she might even opt to join us of her own accord.
So, there's been a servant summoned here, but it would not seem to be a counter-reaction on the part of a Holy Grail. Perhaps this servant was summoned in consequence of our arrival with a proper human history to be urgent grab. Or perhaps she is the last bit of resistance this land. No, human history itself had to offer.
Holmes, something on your mind?
Of course, there is never a moment when my mind is not occupied. And in order for us to truly be able to act here, we must ensure the servant summoning is successful. You should be seeing an area well suited to summonings about now. A cave, to be precise.
I see it. It's hard to see it in this blizzard, but I think I can make out the cave now. I also heard thunder overhead. I understand it's statistically very unlikely, but I am a bit concerned about us getting struck by lightning. Sorry about that, but I'm glad you made it there in time. That thunder is the mark of some extremely precious energy after all. Okay, so fast. It's time to fly that kite. Go on, help him, Mash. Alright, leave the flying to me, Master. By the way, Da Vinci, it is too safe to fly a kite in a storm like this, right? You're sure I'm not going to be electrocuted or anything, right? Oh, that is not a reassuring response. This is why you really shouldn't work on such short notice. It's way too easy to forget about little details like that. But never mind that now. Come on, get that kite up in the air. Chop chop!
You never answered the question.
Look, Benjamin Franklin did an experiment very similar to this, and he came out of it just fine.
Well, some of the people who tried to replicate his results weren't so lucky. But you can't do science without breaking a few scientists' eggs?
What sort of monstrous servants are you? I've never seen such a hostile working environment. Wait, that's it. I've just had a flash of inspiration. Sopras, use your head. If there's a dangerous job to be done, delegate it to someone else. Say that Yaga there with you. Perhaps his kind don't mind being zapped with lightning. Are you nuts? I wouldn't last 2 seconds. Lightning's one of the Tsar's most powerful weapons. It fried me like a piece of chopped bacon. Grr, how dare you question my intelligence, beastman? Think! You've already revolted against that Tsar of yours, haven't you? There's no turning tail and running away now. You need to face reality. Reality? That's rich, coming from a fearless bunch of pink-skinned humans from some fairy tale paradise.
It would seem that the lightning here is strong enough to discourage even young Paxi. Alas, we have no alternative. Miss Curley, please connect the wire to that Spirit Origin briefcase. Once that is done, I want you to run as fast as you can while holding the kite horizontally.
Understood. I'll make sure the kite gets airborne. Here goes!
The kite has reached the center of the thunderclouds. Activating conversion spell. Now! Way to go, Mash!
Good. Continue to keep an eye on the kite, Miss Culet. Mr. Sopras, remain on the standby near the Spirit Urgent briefcase. It is crucial for the summon that you be there. This is a forced summon. Once one of the heroic spirits you have bounded with has been summoned, they will convert the lightning into magical energy and use it to form a Spirit Origin. But that alone will not keep them from here for very long. If a servant summoned by a human magecraft is to remain in this world, they will need an attractor, a master that can serve as their anchor. Your job is to converse with the servant that appears and form a contract with them immediately.
Got it. What's all this about? Man, that thing's really up there. I swear, I have no idea what these humans are thinking. Hold it, Holmes. Just because this isn't Russia we know doesn't mean we can't let some commoner witness magecraft being performed. Can't you get that wolfman to go off somewhere else? Surely you don't want to ruin his life by showing him things he's better off not knowing?
I suppose you do have a point. Very well then, I will speak with him. Paxti, I'm terribly sorry to ask this of you, but we are about to perform a highly secret ritual here. Would you mind waiting outside the cave until it is complete? Again, I do apologize.
Wait, what? So, I'm not good enough to see their secret little ritual, huh? Damn it! They wouldn't even be here now if I hadn't shown them the way. What do I care about rituals? I can smell them. So they're over here, huh? Most Yaga go their whole lives without even hearing about mages, let alone meeting one. I know that mages work with Ivan the Terrible to perform a spell that combined humans and demonic beast, the one that created us, the Yaga. And I know that if they hadn't turned us into Yaga, we probably never had survived the Great Cold Wave. They say that mages are still at work trying all sorts of spells in the hopes that one of them can save the world. Of course, they also say that all the mages were killed when they got on Ivan the Terrible's bad side. All the rumors are so vague as to be damn near worthless. I know that mages exist, but I have no idea what they actually do. I figured out, being a mage and all, they had so much magical energy that even a Yaga like me could sense it. But as far as I can tell, that Sulfrost guy isn't anything special. If you were a Yaga, he'd have been too weak to survive more than a day after being born. I have no idea why the Opportuniki would care about him, or any of them. Still, I can't help but think. Maybe he really will end up saving this world. Which is why I can't stand them keeping this ritual thing a secret from me. Not after they've gone and gotten my hopes up like that. I can sense those two humans now, along with a ton of magical energy. Alright then, let's see what this secret ritual is all about. What is that? It was an intricately designed symbol of magecraft, one meant to make miracles possible.
Everything's in place, Master. The Spirit Urgent Briefcase now has enough charge for a single summon.
The boy extended his right hand and called out loud and clear. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call and abide by this will and reason, then answer me. I hereby swear, I embody all that is good in the world. I shall defeat all that is evil in the world. Seventh heaven, clad in the 3 words of power, come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. What? Those words bring about genuine miracles. They are an incantation spun in search of bravery and wisdom, all in the service of overcoming any difficulties that may stand in the way. The Fate System, a secret ritual for summoning heroic spirits. Oh. My name is Avishbron. I am a caster. I come in response to your summon. It would seem, though, that the circumstances are somewhat unusual. And you, over there, are you an enemy? Ah!
Paxti!
I thought this might happen.
You saw the secret summoning ritual? Cursed fool of a beast! How dare you trample over my kindness! Sulfrost, order that servant of yours to dispose of the witness!
Now, calm yourself, Gordon. Surely there is no need in the world with no Mages Association. For that matter, even if we weren't able to keep the summoning ritual perfectly secret, I doubt there is anyone in this Russia who could decipher it. Besides, I believe Tapaxi understanding our power would, in fact, be to our benefit.
That guy just appeared out of nowhere. Hey, you! Are you human?
I am not. I am a servant, one who long ago made his mark on history. Thanks to my accomplishments, I ascended to the throne as a heroic spirit. Now, I serve this man, for he is my master.
Heroic spirit? Then, does that mean you're like Ivan the Terrible?
Oh ho, so our enemy is Ivan the Terrible, eh? That's going to be difficult.
Looks like we got an intellectual sort.
As a result of my summoning, I know all the information my master possesses it. That said, it seems there are still many things we have yet to learn about this strange land. Now then, where to begin? Before we discuss matters further, why don't I show you what I am capable of?
demonic beast. Damn it! I didn't even notice them following me here. A word of warning before I fight. My body is frail and weak. I may be the least useful out of all the classes, in the sense that I cannot do anything by myself. But I am also a miracle worker. So to begin, I would like to show you what manner of miracles I am capable of performing. What? Now, let us do battle. Okay.
「目前の敵をなぎ払おう」「駆動準備」「動けゴーレム」「動けゴーレム」ああ了解した。いいだろう。
Can't wait to see what he has.
行け。歴史の巨人よ、暴力を前へ。
Oh, really? Think I could let you get away with that?
では始めよう。了解した。ああ。母に生まれ、知性を生み、命を満たす。武器を振るえば悪魔は去れり。ルーア派を抱きし汝の名はアダムなり。苦手ではあるが、我が手足は君のはるか上に存在したのだ。悪く思うな。
Yes. Just a demonstration of that new servant. Pretty cool. That was incredible. Those stones, they just flattened those creatures like it was nothing. These are my golems. I'm too weak to fight myself, so my only option is to have them do so on my behalf. Now, Master, we can talk more later. First, I'm going to make this cave into my workshop. That should strengthen our ability to summon, which will in turn allow you to make use of your Spirit Urgent Grab. That way, you may call upon the shadows of the Servant's Register within that briefcase whenever you like. You will, of course, only be able to do so in combat, as this power is sadly quite limited in its scope. Now then, I think I shall rest until the workshop is complete. Master Soapfrost, Mash Culet, and Paxi the Yaka was it. Allow me introduce myself again. My true name is Avisebron. As you can see, I am a caster, just a humble maker of golems. But given the circumstances, it would nonetheless seem that I am just a servant for the job.
So, you weren't part of the Spirit Urgent Grab. Mr. Soapfrost had never met you before, eh? Then it must have been the land itself crying out for help that brought you here, rather than a bond with him. It would seem that the existing heroic spirits cannot easily materialize in this world.
Nope. Just one more thing. That sets this place apart from its singularity. I guess this is what that Magecraft hero is talking about. But that can wait. For now, I'm just glad we have a new ally, and one who seems likely to be very helpful at that. Avisebron, given your particular expertise, do you think you might be able to repair the Shadow Border's armor?
Let me see the data.
By all means, go on. Give it to me straight.
We'll first need to find the right materials. I should be able to craft a suitable armor plate as long as we have quality ore imbued with magical energy. Ordinarily, such ore is only traded among mages, but I believe we should be able to find some here.
Good answer. Just what I expect to hear from the forefather of all golems. Mind if I leave him in charge of fixing the Shadow Brothers' armor, Holmes?
Not at all. That would certainly be a great help. Now then, Mr. Sopras, McScullet, Paxi. I believe we should decide our next course of action, assuming that's alright with you, Mr. Gordop.
Of course. I will have the final say, yes?
Naturally. Da Vinci, I will ask you to continue learning everything you can regarding the materials. For the other matter we discussed, that is.
Okay, I'm on it.
Right. In brief, I believe our next move should be to render this with this rebel army. We now know that its leader is a servant. Moreover, there's a strong chance that they will elect to join us, given that they oppose Ivan the Terrible.
But we don't know where the rebel army is.
I believe Paxi can be of assistance there. You do know where they are, don't you?
Not exactly, but I do know of a few villagers that there are rumored to have ties to them. Word has it they provide them with food, hide them from the opportunity, that sort of thing.
Then that is where we will go. I trust that's alright with you, Director.
A village with rebels gather. I don't much care for the notion, but again, I won't have to be the one going there anyway. Very well then, be off with you, Subfrost. I await good news and a much overdue supply of food. The Shadow Brothers' reserves are nearly empty, and the state of one's belly has a direct effect on morale. I'm sure you are well aware of this, but the border staff are mentally exhausted as well. They have been battling hunger, the cold, and cabin fever for some time now. At least, you've been able to walk around outside.
Oh, right. I almost forgot about that little problem. But are we sure we can even eat creature meat?
We had better be able to eat it. Forget the roast beef now. I'd be happy with a side of bacon. The Music family has been practicing alchemy for generations. Even if the meat does not contain toxins, rest assured that I can make it edible. I've been stranded and alone in the snowy mountains countless times before, so I invented my own spells to turn bad meat good. I can even transport and spoil meat into sirloin. Why else do you think I'm known as Music the Phoenix?
Wow, what a useless, totally useful spell. It's definitely no niche, but it's just the one we need right now.
I'll do my best. I don't want your best. I want results. My future is resting on your shoulders, after all.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're buckling under the pressure.
Okay, well, gonna do next time I stream. That was such a fucking long chapter than the battles. How many I have?
冬用と春
28
用
sync chords. Well, we're gonna do next time when I have Pico streams. Tomorrow. For more of walkthrough. So I'm gonna head off to bed. And hope you guys stay safe against the COVID-19 shit and storm. So peace out and have a good night.